loud.
Was it? There you go.
Yes, it was.
There you go.
What?
I said, there you go.
What was that?
I don't know. I'm speaking to a brogue.
Okay, weird.
Shout out Craigie. What up,
Okay,
dog?
very weird.
Craigie made me very jealous this week.
Why?
Because he was showing me off all his Rudo Reel Chikara stuff.
Oh, yeah?
When Rudo Reels was still like a active thing.
Uh-huh.
He literally just has Blu-ray sets of each season.
Oh, yeah?
I'm like, kind of want all
I got a bunch of Chikara stuff in there.
It's just one box.
Oh, well.
It's season by season.
Yeah.
I was like, that's pretty
funny.
cool to have,
Yeah,
you know?
that's all right.
That's pretty cool.
You know, for $10 a month, you can get all that access.
Yeah, well, I don't know, Mr. Physical Media.
What? It's out there.
Yeah.
Nobody's editing old Chikara tapes to get rid of the insensitive language.
These weren't all edited.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Even though, like, because he has all Ring of Honor shit,
Yeah,
too. That's
but
not
I'm saying I
all
like
edited.
physical media because people are editing shit.
Yeah.
But nobody's going back and editing Chikara footage.
What
People
else?
should go back and edit Ring of Honor footage.
What about,
and maybe save some?
Like some of the theme music. Do you think that got edited from Chikara?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Even if, yeah, because they don't really have their own hosting. Wasn't Chikaratopia a thing for a while?
Yeah, it was. A little
I
bit.
wonder if it was edited out on there.
I don't know.
Because you had to pay for it, right? For Chikaratopia?
I
I'm
guess
pretty
so.
sure
I didn't
you
have
did.
it. I didn't have it.
So
Yeah.
I don't really know if you could put up, like,
Yeah.
ants marching.
I don't know.
I don't know how all that works. Joe,
It works like
Joe, holler at
It
me.
works like it did for Paul E. It's just background music. It's not.
That's all.
It's not piped through. It's not. It doesn't come through the actual feed. It's just in the background, so he's not. Can't be held responsible
That's
for the actions of
it.
an irresponsible few. Welcome to WeNeedWrestling, everybody. I'm DJ. That's Brett. And we're here to discuss the inner workings and the mind of
how water
CM
works.
Punk.
How much time you got?
Nobody's gonna figure out how the mind of CM Punk works because, spoiler alert, it probably doesn't.
Listen, as a friend of Phil, I'm tuned in, brother.
You are.
I'm
You're
honed
You're
in.
Phil-pilled.
Phil-pilled, philanthropist, we rise.
Yeah.
Saturday, we rise.
Yeah. Funny enough, well, I mean, like, I brought it up and we'll talk about it just a little bit here, but like, you know, not a Phil guy. You're a Phil guy. I'm not.
You
a
were
Phil
coming
guy.
around on
I
Phil.
was coming around on Phil. You know, he's never been my favorite guy. And I mean, he's been pretty close to my least favorite guy at points. That fucking figure four. But I think I, like everyone else, is like, let's see what he does. Let's see what he addresses and how much they make him rein in. But I don't know that Phil's bringing me to a table I wasn't going to be at anyway. You know what I mean?
I don't, but all right.
If AEW announced Collision starring anyone and CM Punk wasn't back,
Yeah.
I'd still watch Collision.
Yeah.
So, like, Phil's not bringing me, you know what I mean? Like, Phil, you're not, he's bringing other people for sure.
Sure.
I'm not saying he's not bringing people to that show, but for me, I'm not like, oh man, I got to watch Collision to see what Punk does. I'm like, I don't watch Collision anyway. It's wrestling. You know, it's wrestling from a company whose wrestling I happen to like.
Most of the time.
Most of the time. I mean, we're going to skip over some stuff here in a bit, but
Sure will.
but yeah, you know, because I feel I can take or leave. It doesn't mean he hasn't entertained me. But if he inevitably like hurts his pinky toe again and walks away from the business, I'm not gonna be too heartbroken about it. You know, like if he just gets that big fat paycheck from a pay-per-view and
What we're in it for,
walks
right?
away,
The money, brother.
I'm not heartbroken. And I'm not like, save me, Phil, save the industry, Phil.
Hashtag save us, Phil.
But you know, we'll see what happens.
I'm ready.
You know, he did a lot of good matches, and he also did a lot of dumb shit, and he's a bit of a complainer. But
Who in wrestling isn't?
right, well, there's a couple people. Moxley, Eddie Kingston, not complainers. Oh,
Let's move on.
oh, what?
Let's move
What?
on.
No, no,
Let's-
no.
Let's move on.
No, you're saying Moxley and or Eddie Kingston are complainers.
I'm not gonna
That was a
classify
pause.
either of them
That
as
was
a
a pause.
complainer.
That is a.
But everyone has their moments. We'll just say that.
Sure, CM Punk's moment just happens to be the last 15 years.
Well, that That's your opinion.
But yeah, we'll see what he does. We'll talk about that in a bit. Yeah, we'll see.
Let's do it.
Chicago's gonna be happy for him, I guess.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite the scene.
Yeah. We'll see how
Quite the scene.
We'll see how he works outside of the Windy City. That'll be the real test for AEW and sort of what they do, right?
Because fucking turn him heel.
Because it's a home run
Let
in
him be
Chicago,
heel.
right? And it's the right move. I'm not making fun of them for anything, but it's the right move to do it in Chicago. It's what you do.
It's what, yeah. If you like money,
right? But it's not the gauge to whether or not his return is going to be successful. You know what I mean? He has to be outside of that area that he is, like very, very popular in.
Yeah.
He's like
hometown dog.
like Bret Hart in Canada wasn't like, oh man, Bret Hart's really coming on.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's everything outside. So it's going to be an interesting bunch of weeks in wrestling. Next week is going to be sort of the start of that because we're only a couple days away.
Oh, it's
I know it's completely out of order, but whatever.
It's going to be something.
But it's going to be something. I think we're all going to be watching, and everybody. I mean, as of tomorrow, everybody's going to be talking. We're missing out on the big news when this ESPN interview drops tomorrow.
Yeah. Fucking Tim and Marcus are going to be able to break that down first.
Scooping and booping. Everybody's already pissed off about it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, everybody's mind's already made up.
Everybody's mind's already
they
made
already
up.
saw the interview. They know what he said.
I hope he says nothing incendiary. I hope he's just like, yeah, I like puppies, and
it's just 6 minutes of him talking about, yeah, I really enjoyed the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Right. I like peanut butter sandwiches and puppies.
I like hockey.
Right. And of course, if he said anything like I like peanut butter sandwiches, somebody'd be like, oh yeah, you don't like fucking jelly?
Yeah. What's wrong with jelly?
What's wrong? You don't like avocado on your toast? You only like peanut butter? You freak.
You freak.
But
it's just gonna
be hilarious.
Part of me's like, I can't fucking wait just because I want to see Twitter implode tomorrow.
I think that's what I'm gonna say is that, like, philanthropist, Phil Pilled or not,
it's just gonna be.
It is gonna be excellent wrestling people watching.
Tomorrow's gonna be a banner day,
and or infuriating.
There's
people
gonna be hot takes, cold takes, lukewarm takes.
I'm gonna make a graphic for Joe tonight. I gotta make that scale, and I just gotta push the needle all the way off the board.
You have to. Yep.
So
it didn't even come out, and everybody has their mind made up.
Right. Fucking insanity. But hey, we'll talk about it next week, and I'll probably name the show something about it, and because we got in hashtag CM Punk and hashtag Phil Pilled and Phil's back and Save Us Phil and hashtag
Phil and Friends,
Philemania, and all that fun stuff.
Oh boy.
That being said, I said this earlier, but welcome to We Need Wrestling. Brett, how are you, pal?
I'm good. I keep looking at this Harley Race figure in
you're
front of me.
Harley Race
Look at how they package it though. His back's breaking out.
Is it?
See how his chest is real protruding?
It's really pushed up.
Yeah.
Did he just give him the belly?
I don't know. I just think they package it that way.
Oh.
Because if you look at him on the back, he doesn't really have a belly there.
Yeah. He's the same Harley Race shape he's always
but that's
been in. Yeah, they did really push
it's
out.
like whoever packaged that, fuck that up.
Somebody smash it down, get it back.
No, I'm gonna open it.
All right. It's a pretty good Harley.
It's a great Harley.
I like it.
No, it's one step closer to my dream Harley.
Yeah.
I want if they were to do.
You want the Harley Kabuki 2-pack?
I was gonna say I want a Kabuki promo Harley with a briefcase of money.
Right.
And I would love red and blue robe Harley.
Yeah, that's what I want.
And then just get the NWA belt.
I want NWA Harley.
God,
yeah,
it'd be so perfect.
Yeah, for sure. I want NWA Harley. Did they ever do a suited Build-A-Figure Harley as a manager?
Nope. This is the only Harley Elite they ever did.
Really?
Yep.
You'd think they do the Build-A-Figures and managers and stuff, and they've done 1.5 million Vaders. You think they would
think they do
Harley.
WCW? Oh,
yeah,
brother.
But really, you could just get that Harley and pop that head on any Build-A-Figure, and you kind of have. In a way.
But you think WCW Harley, he had kind of the Jerry Curl mullet going on a little bit.
Yeah, it
didn't
wasn't
really have
quite
the chops.
as yellow. It didn't have the chops, but it's close enough.
Yeah, goddamn, I need that. I'm good, man. Fucking chilling,
Good.
Living life.
Good to hear. Glad to hear it.
Playing Spider-Man a lot.
Yeah.
Eating hibachi.
Okay.
Living my life pretty much.
All right.
How are you?
I'm good.
Same.
No.
Good. Eating Spider-Man and playing hibachi.
Yes, I thought about playing Spider-Man, but then didn't.
Oh, why?
Because I forget all the controls, and I was halfway
it's
through.
So simple.
And I was never really that good at web slinging. Like, I like doing it, but like all the car chases you have to do, the cars always beat me.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not very good.
Fucking put it on easy.
Nah, it's,
Dude, my fucking thought of that is, listen, I'm just trying to get through a game.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep dying.
Okay.
Put it on easy. Who cares?
Maybe.
I'm trying to have fun. I'm not trying to die a bunch.
But I did like when you would like swing onto a random rooftop and you'd have to that's spider and fight combined. You'd have to spider fight like 20 dudes on a rooftop.
Oh yeah, dude,
that's
you're beating up all the demons.
And what I was
led
playing,
by Martin Lee.
I was kind of just going around doing.
Spoiler alert!
Yeah,
if you haven't played the game,
Mr. Negative. I was kind of just doing like all like the picture things and
Yeah.
finding all the backpacks and all that shit. I thought that was kind of fun. I didn't want to advance the game at all because I was having fun just going around the city and taking pictures of shit.
I was advanced in the game, but I went ahead. I found all the backpacks.
Yeah.
I took the pictures of all the landmarks.
You could do that at any point, right?
Yeah,
and then you can do the story after or whatever.
I did all Black Cat's like hidden locations.
That was a DLC, wasn't it?
No, that's part of the.
Oh, is it?
That's one of the side missions.
Oh, okay.
Then you could do side missions which are like way too hard.
Yeah.
And, you need to fly around and find like pigeons, and I'm like, I'm good. No thanks. That's too much for me.
Yeah.
But then you have you have to do all these missions for like Harry Osborn's like Oscorp Labs, like on top of buildings. They're all on top of buildings.
Yeah,
and
right.
Go in there, get your missions.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Oh, dude, it's so much fun.
Sorry, I'm not a very good video gamer in my old age, so.
I'm not either.
Yeah.
But it's fucking fun.
But AEW's out the end of the month there, brother.
Yeah, man. I can't fucking wait. Day one, brother.
Yeah. Whenever my Amazon delivers, hopefully it's on day one. We'll see.
Better hope.
Yeah, they're usually pretty good. We'll see what happens.
So I got fucked one year on that.
Oh, yeah.
I was supposed to have Madden the day it came out.
Yeah.
They got delayed, and I didn't get it until 2 days later. I was fuming.
Well, when's it come out? The 29th?
Thursday, the 28th.
28th, okay.
Because I have Thursday and Friday
That's
off.
funny. All right, well, we'll see what happens.
I did that because of long weekend.
Yeah.
Then, Saturday,
Well,
Sunday.
that's the thing.
Then I have that Monday off.
Yeah.
And then July 1st.
Even if it's delayed by 2 days, I'm still pretty good. Because if it comes out on a Thursday, we're going to be recording anyway. And Friday, who the fuck knows? We'll be doing Joe Bob. If that's back, and then so if it's 2 days, I get it Saturday or something, I'll be able to play a whole bunch. So we'll see. But I'm excited. People say that game's looking good, so
I'm excited.
There'll be a full breakdown on this show of that also.
I'd love to I hope everybody gets it. I want to play. I think you can cross-platform PS4, PS5 with it.
Can you?
I think.
Okay.
Not sure yet.
We'll have to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you listen to Wings on Wings, I'm not doing the PS5 thing. Thought about it. That's too much money. I don't play enough video games. There's AEW Fight Forever isn't enough of a draw on the PS5 for me. So they would have to be a must-buy PS5 game for me, and there's just not a ton of them that I'm just not into video games anymore. I like old school platformers. I can't wait for that new
Spider-Man. God damn, it's gonna be so sick.
I do have the hankering because I was going through all my games. Welcome to WeNeedWrestling. I'm sorry, everybody. I was going through all my old games and stuff. I was cleaned out a closet and gonna get rid of stuff. And
sorry, Mom.
I got a bunch of stuff to sell, like a Modern Warfare box set that's worth like a bunch of money from the Xbox and a bunch of other stuff. And I found like my Madden 13 and my Madden 16, which were both good Giants years because Odell's on the 16. But I have God of War 3 and God of War Ascension, and I've never played a God of War game.
Oh my god, dude, they're so much fun.
And people always say they're really good, and I'm like,
awesome.
but do I have to play God of War? Can I play God of War 3 to start? And everybody's like, well, it's kind of the end of the trilogy.
It is, yeah.
So I was like, all right, now I got to get all the other God of War games if I want to start. But Ascension's a prequel, so maybe I should start with Ascension.
Start with the prequel.
Yeah, but
I would.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. See if I like
I
it.
played 1, 2, and 3. I didn't play the
so
prequel though.
We'll see. And I have all 3 Batman games in there. I don't really like them. Those are too difficult.
Those are so much fun.
Too much stuff going on. I like to just let me hit stuff straightforward. I like Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Just let me be a guy.
That is a good game. You got to do Mortal Kombat that's coming out.
I have the DC versus Mortal Kombat in there.
That game was great.
That was fun.
I spent so many hours playing that.
I like DC Injustice. I like that a lot too.
Yeah, it was a fun game.
But I'm a wrestling video game guy, and like AEW Fight Forever doesn't. I don't know, like they're not going for like graphic wowzers. So like
they're going for gameplay.
Right. So the 4 and 5 aren't really that much of a difference. AEW, hold on, Fight Forever. Let's get this back to wrestling. Cross-platform. Set to launch. AEW has confirmed that crossplay is planned.
There you go.
There will be cross-platform gameplay. But that doesn't mean just Xbox to PS4, right? That means it can
Probably
be
PS4,
PS4
PS5
to
because
PS5.
they're just on the PS Network.
Okay.
So,
Even if I have a physical copy,
well, yeah, because you're on the PlayStation Network.
do I have to buy that?
What, the network?
Yeah.
Do you have an internet connection on
Yeah,
it?
but like, don't you have to? Isn't there like a
No,
subscription?
that's
or like
PlayStation. That's PlayStation Plus.
Oh, okay, like Xbox Live. Or this is how long it's been since.
Yeah, no, that's PlayStation.
Okay.
PlayStation Plus is like you get like free games and stuff and discounts on games. But I think PS Network's just free. I think. I don't know. Do you want to talk wrestling?
We're not talking wrestling. We're talking wrestling video games.
All right. Well, let's.
I didn't even see all the different type match. Do you see this? All the launch features. 10 exhibition type matches. 50 wrestlers. 40 weapons. Customizable suite for custom arenas, entrances, movesets, teams, and wrestlers. Local and online multiplayer mini games, online co-op, cross-platform play. Yeah, there you go. So, who'da thunk?
Who'da thunk?
Yeah, I guess let's get into wrestling, pal. I don't know. I just figure people like to hear about our lives because people like us. Is that true?
That's not our lives, though. That's a good.
It's our future.
That'll be my future. You're right. Do you have news? Do you want to do your Google bit?
Yes. Here, hold on.
You press the button. I hope you fuck everything up. No, you're hearing noises in your head. I hear nothing.
Yep. I'm Googling pro wrestling news.
It's just all CM Punk.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be nothing than what we've already talked about. Latest update on Freddie Prinze Jr. launching his own pro wrestling promotion from PW Mania. It's called I Know What You Did Last Wrestling. That's not true. Freddie Prinze Jr. seems serious about launching his own promotion. Prinze noted that he has invested in the premier streaming network and that he's been in talks with many independent pro wrestling promotions and various television producers. This producer came back and said, what if you did that script as a movie and the movie spawned the indie promotion? Or we do the indie promotion and use some of the footage for the movie. So I'm thinking about rewriting the first season into a feature film.
Oh,
but
that's a dead bug.
I don't know. This isn't me confirming or denying anything. I'm just thinking out loud and trying to work stuff. So there you go. Freddie Prinze Jr. Entering the wrestling game. When did he work on WWE? Was he any good at it? Doesn't seem like it, right?
I don't remember.
Alicia Fox returning to pro wrestling.
Good.
She said she wasn't done. Booker T's promotion. Is it called ROW? Is that true? That was called something else. That was
No,
Ring
I'm
of
pretty
Glory.
sure that's it.
Oh, okay. What's Ring of Glory?
There's House of Glory.
House of Glory. Isn't that's not him?
Ring of Glory. I think that was like some like Christian shit.
Oh, okay.
And not Christian Cage.
Okay. What's the one that had Marufuji for Eddie Kingston?
That was House of Glory.
Okay, that's not Booker T's. Announced Fox will return to the world of pro wrestling in their Summer of Champions 9 event, July 15th. So, Vix Crow is her name now.
Vix Crow,
Vix Crow, because she's really named Victoria Crawford.
Rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, she got herself and Aaron Anderson fired, so that's,
Oh, boy.
I mean, that's true. Bully Ray blasts AEW production team over issues with recent Dynamite episode. What could this possibly be?
Was that yes/no thing popping up last night? And I know, like, them missing certain shots and stuff. And I saw that stupid fucking discourse where last night at the end of the show, something's happening in the ring and you could see Moxley, like, running over the block. Like, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, I didn't notice either because I'm watching the wrestling, not the background.
Yeah.
There were things I saw last night that unfortunately commanded my attention as much as the great performance of Adam Cole and MJF, Bully Ray said.
We can talk about that on Busted Open After Dark.
The bad to me was the use of blood. What? Bully, brother Ray, Bully, whatever, called out the fact that MJF appeared to be bleeding from his mouth, but only bled for a short period of time. That type of injury, according to Bully, would bleed for much longer. He could be just swallowing blood. Additionally, Bully felt that the bleeding was entirely unnecessary for the specific match. He probably got his mouth busted open, and that's that.
It was a capsule.
It was a capsule, because it was definitely fake blood, because it was too thick. But whatever. What did that blood really get us? Bully continued. The blood did not advance the story in the match in order to come into play later on. You've never advanced a match in your life, Bully. So it's a gratuitous use of blood that did not help the match take steps forward. With the match have suffered if there's no blood from the mouth, not at all. So I don't know why they felt the need to use a super kick that led to MJF bleeding from the mouth. Good for you. Your opinion fucking garbage. Let's see. Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza back on NXT with Dana Brooke. Let's see. Hold on. Wrestling stars you might not know have passed away. That's an old article. I don't need to do that. Let me hit the news tab. Alicia Fox. Talk about Kenta later. Ryback says pro wrestling needs him more than ever. Fuck, who's worse? Ryback or Bully Ray?
God.
Conan says Adam Cole needs to change his body. No comment. I know you think he's a little tall or a little too short, but let's see. Conan complaining, yeah. If you don't want to look like the fans, and that seems to be a problem nowadays with a lot of wrestlers when they don't care how they dress or how they look, but you're more marketable when you look in shape. Adam Cole looks in shape, you weirdo. He's just not fucking jacked to the gills doing steroids like the fucking Guns. More on that in a little bit. That's it. I'm done. Was this the button I pressed? Hold on. All right.
Boy, oh boy.
I'm not going to do that every week. I just thought it'd be funny.
All right. You want to get into shit we actually watched?
Yes, please.
Okay. Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah, so we're starting with Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
starting
Okay.
off on a feel-good moment.
Great, wonderful.
About the Graham family.
Yeah.
I knew about Eddie Graham.
Eddie Graham. Everybody knows about Eddie Graham.
I knew about Mike Graham.
Yeah, everybody. You know what? Coincidentally, wait, do I have notes on this? I think I took some notes while I was watching this. Oh, yeah, there it is. I did not know that Mike Graham was dead.
No?
I think because, like much of the world, I just never paid any attention to Mike Graham. But I was just watching like those old Legends roundtables on the network that Mike Graham was a part of, and he gets steamrolled in every one of them because he has no personality. And it's Hayes, Patterson, JR, Dusty.
He has one of your favorite quotes, though.
Well, Mike Graham, I used to quote Mike Graham all the time, but I've renounced that quote.
Yes. Yeah. Didn't know about his son.
Right. Or
Didn't know
Eddie
about
Graham's
Eddie Graham's dad and brother.
And Eddie Graham's brother, yes.
Oh.
Crazy. Good for Mike Graham's daughter for being a well-adjusted, just nice individual who's willing to come on television and talk about the tragedy that is her family.
Yeah, definitely.
The only way worse is if she was a Von Erich.
Definitely felt awful
Yeah.
for her, but glad to see she's doing great.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and you really do look at like championship wrestling from Florida and how much of an impact it really did have on wrestling.
Yes.
You know, when they talk about Dusty taking everybody going to Crockett and
Right.
that killing them basically.
for sure.
Yeah, if you watch this episode, you know, it's heavy.
Yeah.
It's very heavy.
Yes.
When they talked about Mike and his son's cowboy boots.
Yep. Right.
That sucked the life out of
Lots
me.
of tragedy. Eddie Graham being a legend, two-time head leader, the president of the NWA, and championship wrestling from Florida is amazing stuff. Everybody went through there.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was thinking for a while, like, not that I want to do another podcast because that takes time and effort, but like everybody has a Patreon and we don't. And
I don't want to go down that road.
right, I don't want to go down that route either. But I was like,
Remember when we discussed it?
Yeah.
And it was like,
it was like, how cool would it be to do, like, just to sit and just do a like just week by week recap of championship wrestling from Florida and watching all these guys.
Personally, I would love that.
And I think the footage is out there, or at least we'd be able to get it somewhere. You know, or like I said, like going ECW and like, because there's gonna be so much shit on these things that people don't remember or don't know. Like also, this was one of the things in this episode that popped me. I had to go back and make sure I wasn't in a fever dream when they mentioned in WCW Mike Graham and Diamond Dallas Page, versus Bill Kazmaier and Jushin Thunder Liger.
Yeah, that was like an eyebrow raiser.
I was
right?
like, wait, what? Dude, let me go back. Bill Kazmaier? Wait, what?
Is that like a battle bowl or some shit?
I don't know.
I feel
It's
like it had to
super
be.
weird.
Especially Mike Graham without the mustache.
Yeah,
there.
very 40-year-old trying to do something behind the scene role. But really sad, like sort of how prominent and how important you were to wrestling, and then when it all falls apart, what else do you have? And when Eddie, when Mike's daughter says like, Grampy, what'd you get for your birthday? And he's like, 55 years.
Oh, God,
And she's like, yeah, you're 55. And he's like, 55 years. And he killed himself because he's like, that was his gift. That's what he got. 55 years on this planet. Insane.
Brutal.
And the story in the hospital.
Yeah.
Is fucking bananas with Dr. Jerry Graham, who isn't who's in the family, not related, but like, it's a wrestling last name, so your family. Jerry Graham goes nuts.
Well, like they said, they're like, oh, Eddie, you look like his brother.
Yeah,
you're a Graham.
Well,
now.
That's Arn Anderson, all those guys, Gene Arnoli. But when Dr. Jerry Graham, that's right. What's the reinforcer dude that's out there now? But fucking nonsense.
Yes.
But Dr. Jerry goes nuts. His mom dies. He calls the doctor. Doctor calls him and says, like, your mom's not doing well. We're going to do what we can to save her life. He says, you better save her life. She passes away, and he shows up at the hospital with a shotgun, a pistol, and an 8-inch hunting knife. And he's taking shots at the doctor. They try to run his mother's body away from him. He lifts her up off the gurney, throws him over his shoulder, and just says, I want to bury her.
Wild.
Insane.
Actual insane behavior.
Right. Fucking cuckoo beans.
Yeah.
Pro wrestling behavior. Yeah. That is a good episode.
It was awesome, I thought.
Championship Wrestling from Florida, while you've seen the clips, I don't know that anybody really chronicles it or talks about it anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm sure Between the Sheets is done.
Right. But I think even if you go back far enough, we say this all the time on the show. WCW was 22 years ago.
Yeah.
But I think most people think that like wrestling in America was NWA as a promotion, not a collective.
Sure.
That then turns into WCW and then the Monday Night Wars and then it's just WWF, when really it's much more intricate than that.
Yeah.
And then they showed the clip of when they tried to spice things up after Eddie died, and they had P.S. Hayes come in and be like, you're worthless just like your daddy.
Dude.
Woo. Yeah.
Yeah. Who was it? B. Brian Blair's like, yeah, I thought that was a real bad idea.
Sorry.
Oh, B. Brian Blair. Break your back.
But,
if you're going to watch it, just,
Yeah, I still don't watch the Magnum one. I'll go back eventually.
It is very heavy.
Yeah.
So just be prepared.
Right, not a happy story. Von Erich but
nice,
not as heavy.
Nice to see the daughter doing as well as she is.
Right.
But
the thing is, I did have a bit of like a why don't they interview the other brothers moments. Shout out Joe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm like watching this and did Mike Graham not want to talk on this fucking show?
Yeah, he's.
And I was like, I had no idea.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know. I really didn't.
Yeah.
And I tried to like track the time, what they say when it was, like 2013 or something. I don't know. Whenever they said it was. Maybe later. But I was like trying to figure it out. I was like, I don't remember hearing this, but.
Yeah, I remember when it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, not just
2012, October 2012.
So 11 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy shit.
That's crazy. It was 6 days after Michelle and I got married, so I was in Dublin, Ireland.
Well, then that's why. That's probably why you didn't.
For real, I was on my honeymoon.
There you go.
So there you go.
Yeah. Great episode.
Yeah.
But yes, if you're gonna watch, very heavy.
Yes.
All right, wrestling.
Yes.
From SmackDown.
Okay.
The only thing that I really have is Santos Escobar versus Mustafa Ali.
Okay, that's probably really good.
Money in the Bank qualifier.
Oh.
Real good. There's not much story. It's a great match.
Are they doing 2 Money in the Banks, for one for each show, or is it
one men, one women?
1 man, 1 women?
Yeah.
Okay.
LA Knight was out on commentary. So that was always great.
So I saw. I guess is Raw the other qualifier that happens for Money in the Bank?
Yeah, they have qualifiers on both shows.
Okay. Because there's somebody else qualified that I feel puts LA Knight's victory.
Well, I don't have it in my notes. So
okay.
Who is it?
Damian Priest won his qualifier.
Oh yeah.
I didn't see the match.
I still think LA Knight's the ticket.
But I think 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, LA Knight was the ticket. But I think Damian Priest, if they're as high as everyone's writing about him, if they're as high on him as they have been saying since the Bad Bunny thing and then his main events on TV and all that, I think they might put it on Priest. They might put that match on Priest.
There's a bit of a story going on. Okay. So yeah, there was some bloodline stuff that happened throughout the show. Heyman's like, Reigns wants to groom you, Jey Uso, to be the next tribal chief.
Oh, okay. Groom, interesting choice of words.
Yeah, they said it a lot. It was weird. And they're like, oh, well, he's gonna he just to start. We're giving you a U.S. title match tonight against Austin Theory. I didn't watch the match.
Austin Theory still has that belt? Mm-hmm. Okay. That's a thing.
And Jimmy accidentally cost him the match.
Oh, controversy.
So who knows what's going to happen there. Raw.
Yes. I had Raw on again for a little bit this week, but I don't
There was like the running storyline going of Balor and Rollins, like kind of,
Okay.
I think they made the match official for Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
And they're backstage, and Priest is like, hey, man, like, what's going on? Oh, because Balor was talking to Jordan Devlin. And he said, he goes, I'm glad you got what you wanted, but, last week, man, like, why don't you just let me handle a match against Rollins? And Balor's like, oh, when I win the world title and you win Money in the Bank, you wouldn't cash in on me, right? And Priest is like, no, why would you even ask that? And then that's where he said, he goes, if I'm going to start, he goes, Rollins has you all frazzled, you got to start trusting me again.
Okay.
So they're building some dissension within the Judgment Day.
Interesting, because they want Priest to take over.
Well, that's Rhea's group, let's be honest.
Well.
It's official, Cody versus Dom at Money in the Bank.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah,
cool.
they're going for it.
Cool.
But the main event, it was KO and Sammy against Imperium of Gunther.
Yes.
And Marcel Bartel, what's his name now?
The other one's hurt.
He's
Ludwig Kaiser.
Hurt. That's it. Yeah, there you go. That's it. The other one's hurt, in quotations.
Yeah. There's speculation that he's on the outs, and I read this, that he's on the outs and they want to call up Dragunov and put Dragunov as the third instead.
I like Fabian
or make him a fourth person, four person group. Thank you.
I could roll with that.
Yeah.
I'd rather see Dragunov, Walter, Gunther, whatever, go head to head.
Yeah.
This match was fucking awesome, though, man. That's 2 weeks in a row that like they're really letting them just go out there and work.
I saw Chad Gable had a match.
It was a quick one, I think.
I don't remember who it was against. But I haven't been keeping track, but I saw that the Maxim Male Models lady.
Yeah, she's
just with them now as like their cheerleader. And I was like, they started that angle with Otis becoming a Maxim Male Model, and the fans rejected it so hard that they just made her their cheerleader.
Yeah, she's like with the group now, and Gable's teaching her how to wrestle.
Right.
And they showed a clip backstage where
the male models are no longer a thing?
I don't think they're around.
That's hilarious. The fans were just like, fuck you.
She finally does an arm drag on somebody, and Gable just pops up and he's going, I taught her that. I'm the best trainer in the world. And thank you. I thought that was real funny.
Okay.
But yeah, main event was really good, man. KO and Sammy against Imperium. Dude, you want to give me banger matches on TV?
Right.
I'm all about it.
Why not?
I think it's fucking awesome.
Let's do it.
They're definitely angling, I guess it's going to be Riddle against, like, Gunther.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm all set over here, brother.
Gunther just beat the shit out of him.
Well, Gunther's been beating the shit out of everybody,
right.
So I have a feeling it'll continue.
All right.
So do you want to talk AEW first, or do you want to let me swerve off a little bit here for North America?
Swerve, pal, swerve, because I didn't watch this.
Okay, so Impact.
What?
What? Had a pay-per-view on Friday.
Yeah.
Because, sure, why
not? Right.
It's the only open day, I guess.
I guess. Brave running against Rampage.
Oh, God damn it. Oh, God. Oh, no. So, I watched 2 matches from this show.
Yes.
Simply because I saw spoilers and I was like, I want to watch. So, the first one I watched was for the X Division title, the challenger, Chris Sabin.
Yes.
Against the champion, Trey Miguel. Mm-hmm. The backstory here is Sabin's like, to Miguel, you disrespect the X Division.
Yeah.
You
Is
spray
that the
painted
Rascals guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
How about the Rascals? Good for them.
What do they do?
Well, He's had this X Division belt for a while.
Yeah.
The dude in NXT, the one who didn't get fired.
Yeah.
He's had the North American belt for a long time. So
yeah,
good for them.
All right,
They were entertaining.
Where's the other one?
All right. Indies. Well. They got after that whole situation.
Yeah.
So
I don't think there was any heroes in that situation. Who knows?
Yeah, when MJF had to come out and like defend him,
he's
weird. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
anyway,
whatever.
So Trey Miguel, he like spray painted the X Division title green because that's his color
NWO.
Yes. And Saban, the story's like, you're disrespecting the X Division. I'm looking to be a 9-time X Division champion.
Wow. Okay.
And I guess at the pay-per-view before they had a match for it, Miguel spray painted him in the eyes. Boy, a lot of green spray paint all over wrestling lately.
Yeah.
So this match ended up being awesome. Chris Sabin won. Mm-hmm. Chris Sabin was doing throwback moves of X Division champs in the past.
Did he do a jackknife powerbomb?
Dude, that was my first fucking thought. I thought he was going to do it. I've been so happy. He did like the lethal injection.
Yeah.
He did the Styles Clash.
That's cool.
He did the Angel's Wings. I was like, fuck yeah. I thought that was like a nice little touch.
Yeah.
And he won the belt. The match was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So Chris Sabin.
You better be careful because I saw today that Kevin Nash, that Endeavor cut royalties to all the old guys.
Well,
and Nash is going to get involved if it isn't fixed soon, and that may mean he comes back to the X Division.
Let's go.
Who knows?
I mean, I'm all for it.
Come celebrate with his world champion buddy and redo some paparazzi productions.
Yes. So other match I watched was for the world title.
Yes.
The champion Steve Macklin. Only thing I know about that
so weird.
That dude was he was in that Forgotten Son stable, and then one of those guys went on like a weird, crazy Christian.
I thought that was him, but it wasn't.
No, he was one of the guys who's like, "Hey, could you shut the fuck up, man?"
Right, yeah. Hey, you're ruining it for all of us.
You're literally ruining it.
Yeah. The other guy's the one that got dumped by Alexa Bliss, and then like sent her a nice like congratulations on your pregnancy message lately.
Yeah, I feel bad for that guy.
Yeah,
because he had some shit happen. So remember he was married to. Remember that Sarah, that one that Tough Enough.
Macklin was, yeah.
No, not Macklin.
Oh, really?
The other guy.
Oh, really?
Wesley Blake.
Yeah. Wesley
remember
Blake.
him?
Yeah.
Remember Blake and Matthews?
Yeah,
how fucking awesome they were?
Blake and Murphy.
Was it Murphy? Blake and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember how awesome they were?
Yeah, they were great together.
So he was married to that Sarah, that one that Tough Enough. And she's the one who.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
I thought that's who. Oh no, Macklin's married to Deanna Perot. Wasn't he then with Alexa Bliss, or was that?
No,
that was Buddy Matthews.
That was Buddy Matthews.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh okay. Who was Buddy Murphy at the time?
Yeah.
I thought Blake was with Alexa Bliss. Oh.
Buddy just.
Hey, whatever. It's an upgrade.
Bliss, Rhea Ripley.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That the girl, the Tough Enough Sarah. I remember that. Yeah.
So that was a real sad situation.
Yeah, it was a very sad situation. Is he still wrestling? No, right?
I think he might have started like coaching or something. I think like one of the companies might have,
that makes sense.
Give him a job,
right?
Which is very nice.
Yeah, sure. Macklin paints himself up like the Punisher, though, right?
Yeah. So
did he do that this time?
No, he is. I guess he's a former Marine. Okay, so he can. Yeah. He's not like Sergeant Slaughter
or Mike the Miz.
Oh God damn it! Go listen to Adults Patreon for that. So I didn't see any clip of him like at all lately. Yeah. Just a clip of him from a couple weeks ago where he got real bloody one. Hit a mad gusher.
Yeah.
So he's the champ going up against the challenger, Alex Shelley.
Right.
Alex Shelley has just been like, yeah, why not me?
Yeah.
Why can't I win this? Like, I've been doing this how long? And this is only my second shot at this ever.
Right. That's ridiculous.
And like he said, he goes, my fingerprints are all over New Japan. Look at Okada. Yeah. My fingerprints are all over AEW. Look at the Bucks. Like, it's me. You know? He goes, so why not?
The SAT, brother.
Well, he's like, why not take my piece of the pie?
Right.
I was like, fuck yeah.
I mean, Alex Shelley, you've said on the show before, he's one of the best wrestlers I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He really is.
LVAC alumni,
right.
Alex Shelley.
Yes. Him and Elf.
Alex Shelley wins the goddamn world heavyweight title.
Awesome.
When you and I were sitting here Friday night hanging out, and you're like, hey, look at this. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. And then I forgot to watch.
Yeah. Match was awesome. Crowd exploded when Shelley won.
Good.
Went crazy.
They fucking should, man. as close to an original that they've ever had.
Yeah, for sure. Him and Saban,
right?
You know,
yeah, for sure.
Him and Saban get the nice WrestleMania 20 pose in the middle of the ring with their belts and the hugging. And,
who was on WrestleMania 20? That did that?
You know, Eddie Guerrero and some guy,
Okay.
some other guy.
Okay.
But yeah, Alex Shelley, man, match was seriously fucking awesome. Yeah. It might even be my match of the week. It was that good, man.
Spoilers.
And just seeing Alex Shelley win a world title.
Yeah.
It seriously was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, people are already like, that'll be the moment of the year for Impact. No doubt.
Sure.
Alex Shelley as world champ.
Yeah.
Amazing. So
let's
happy.
Get him signed to a real wrestling company now.
I don't know if he wants it.
Maybe not.
There's been he's talked about in the past where he goes, I do other shit in my life, and I don't know if I want a full-time wrestling schedule. Yeah. It's like, I get it. You know, he doesn't want to do it, then hey. Yeah. Because, my God, who the fuck wouldn't want to sign him?
It seemed like AEW was ready to when him and Saban made that appearance as the Motor City Machine Guns, and then nothing ever came of it.
Yeah, I don't know. Because, remember, they were a last-minute replacement. Yeah. They were supposed to be the Briscoes.
Right.
So,
and he also had that match, and he showed up in NXT, didn't he?
Yeah, it was a one-off, him and Kushida.
Right.
There was that. I mean, look, him and Saban have been working New Japan.
Yeah.
We saw them at main event, a New Japan show.
Yeah.
So,
well, and that's the thing. It's like, I know that he may not want to do it because he does other things with his life, but somebody pays him the fucking paycheck he would fucking deserve. That would change a lot of his mindset too, I think.
And it might,
but
I don't know. You know, some guy maybe just wants that independent spirit. He doesn't want to be tied to just one company.
I get it. Makes sense, I guess.
But super fucking pumped for that dude. I love Alex Shelley.
Yeah, he's great.
I loved him for years. So
yeah, for sure.
Fuck yeah, Alex Shelley.
Yes.
AEW.
Yeah, let's talk. Let's talk Rampage. So
cool.
Yeah, I have notes for Rampage.
I didn't. I skimmed this because I'm good.
So
compared to the week before his
Rampage. Oh yeah, and compared to what's coming up, like this is like leftover matches here.
Yeah.
We got Lucha Brothers and Bandito versus Big Bill, Moriarty, and Ethan Page. Which you have to explain on commentary that this match was booked before Ethan Page got his contract sold to Matt Hart. Blah 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 blah. Big Bill bumped off of Lucha Dudes, and I need to have him have a talk with the big man that I know to teach him, like, you know, work on your working punches and don't bump for anybody. And then we had the Acclaimed versus the Chaos Project.
Oh, I did watch their Max's rap.
I watched Max's rap and then left. Not fucking doing it.
Got the fuck out of there fast.
Right. We do establish that Papa Briscoe will be wrestling.
I did watch that
this
segment
week
too
on AEW.
Fucking insane. That's on Rampage.
Right. It's on Rampage this
is going to be crazy.
Yes. Papa Briscoe and Katsuyori Shibata are on the same card this week.
Bet you had that on your bingo card.
Absolutely. Just like we all planned. Then we had the women's four-way. Gun to my head, I was like, who the fuck is the fourth person in this match? I was like, I know there's Britt Baker, there's Nyla, and there's Sky Blue. I'm like, who's the fourth fucking person in this match? Gun to my head, I wouldn't have guessed Mercedes.
It would have taken me a while.
Never.
I started racking my brain just now.
What Martinez. Yeah. Never. Gun to my head, I'd be dead man. Yeah. There's no way. No way I would have.
R.I.P. me.
I would have went through. I would have hit Wendy Richter before I ever hit Mercedes Martinez.
Leilani Kai would have got the nod.
And then I was happy. Sky Blue wins, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, go with somebody different. I think everybody sort of felt Britt was going to win it. So let's put Sky Blue in there, a little bit of a fluke victory, which she almost botched, and the camera angle had to save her ass a little bit. But I was like, okay, that's cool. Sky Blue 1-1. Let's get a different challenge in there. Yeah, that's Rampage. That's it. It wasn't good. This week's gonna be better.
This week should be
better.
Yeah, like I said, the only thing I watched the Acclaimed rap because those are always fun. I always say SAP stands for small ass penises.
Yes,
good line. Mm-hmm. And then I watched the Jarrett little confrontation on the stage.
Yeah,
that was it.
Oh, I said Chaos Project. They are called the Spanish Announced Project now. Yeah, that's stupid.
I don't make up the names, brother.
The SAT's also mad about that, huh?
Too close, man. It's too close.
Oh, yeah. All right. That's that.
Dynamite?
Yeah, let's talk Dynamite. Even though I wrote Rampage twice, what a nightmare world I've been living in.
Dynamite.
Let me change that note real quick. Dynamite.
So we kicked this motherfucker right off with MJF and Adam Cole. Mm-hmm. Were you surprised this was opening the show?
No, because as you informed me, it's a dumb fucking title tryout match.
It is, which I hate.
I hate them. They're so stupid.
I hate it because here's the problem.
Yeah.
I thought this match was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was really good.
And the rematch, I don't know if they're going to be able to top it.
Right.
Because this goes to a 30-minute time limit draw.
They're not going to be a rematch. He didn't beat the champion. He doesn't get his title shot.
It'll be a rematch.
Right, it's the rules of the fucking thing. You're going to tell me that AEW and Tony Khan are going to smudge the rules to get a rematch out of this? That's unfair to the champion.
It'll happen.
That's unfair to Flair.
It's not fair to my friend's Twitter name is @NotFairToFlair. Which, by the way, it's fun. So, complete side note.
Yeah.
Is my friend Kevin, lives in Philly. He goes to hardcore shows, loves wrestling.
Shout out, Kevin.
His name for a while was like you know how you can put your name and then you have your tag. So it's still not @FairToFlair, but his name for the longest time was Stan Hansen.
Okay.
And he did this. He does this thing every year at the end of the year.
Yeah.
He goes through. I don't know if it's what publication, like their 100 albums of the year, and he listens to all of them. Okay. He gives like one tweet reviews about them.
Weird.
Well, they picked it up, and they're like, "Yeah, some guy named Stan Hansen is just doing these reviews."
All right.
They still do it every year.
Yeah.
They like go down and they break down his reviews.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the link and everything.
Like, he was in Japan this week. We're going to talk about that later.
Fucking right, he was,
yeah,
man. You. But yeah, hilarious.
That's funny.
I remember the first time it happened, he sent
it
it to me, and he's just like, check this out.
That's funny.
It's like a legit publication.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like Spin, maybe.
Oh, yeah?
Every fucking year.
Okay.
So yeah, MJF Cole, again, this is why one of the reasons why I hate the Eliminators.
Yeah.
Especially because, 30-minute time limit draw, I thought it fucking kicked ass. I thought the match was so good.
Yeah.
That elbow drop that MJF hit was gross.
So, this is the best Adam Cole has looked in AEW. I think it's his best match. It's the best he's looked.
He had good matches with Warren Cassidy.
I'm not saying he didn't have good matches. I think this is the best he's looked. And Max is having really good matches.
Max is.
But here's the thing for me about this match. And it was good. I'm not taking anything away from it. But I am so not hooked into anything that either of these guys are really doing. More so Max. I'm just not interested in him as a champion. So when I'm watching this, I'm like, this is good, but it's a really good match from two guys that I'm like, okay, two really good guys had a match. Okay.
Yeah.
I had a hard time getting into it just because Max's time. One, I hate these fucking Eliminator matches.
Yeah, they're real dumb.
And two, I was just like, okay. I mean, Max isn't lighting my world on fire, so I'm like, okay. He's just gonna have a rematch against Cole at the pay-per-view, and we'll see what happens. I have a lot of problems with both guys. Adam Cole needs to work on his physique and get it to no. I fucking hate the Panama Sunrise with all my heart.
Yeah,
I hate it.
It's not great.
hate it. And like just Max has been wrestling better than like he's been shutting people's fucking mouths for sure. He's been wrestling good.
Max is yeah, dude.
but yeah, I just was like, oh, this is really good. But like, man, it's two guys. I'm like, okay, I'm lukewarm on both of them right now, really. So
yeah, I mean,
it didn't pull that out of me in any way.
To me,
out of that in any way.
To me, it showed that Adam Cole definitely was not the problem with the Jericho match.
Yeah, well, I mean, we all knew that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people were like they just don't have chemistry.
Yeah,
but yeah, it definitely showed me like, okay, it wasn't him.
I will tell you, Max did a lot of talking to Bryce that he tried to hide that he didn't hide in this match.
So I
thought for a second that Cole got hurt.
I did, yeah, I did too.
The
off that elbow drop,
because when Max gets up from the elbow drop, Bryce comes over to check. He like spins Bryce around and starts saying something, and then gets in the ring. And then when Cole rolls into the ring, Max then sort of turns around and covers his mouth to talk to Bryce. And I'm like, he's doing a lot of talking.
I was wondering if like, oh boy, something happened
and
there.
Cole was selling the arm. I thought maybe his shoulder went out. But yeah, it didn't.
Because it was a heavy
right, and I was like, and even at one point, I was like, oh, they changed the finish, like because I'm like Cole got hurt, but he can go on, but they changed the finish because he's not going to be able to do a rematch. And then it went to a draw, and I was like, okay, this is what they wanted to do.
Great timing by all three, by the way, for the draw.
Yeah, if only there was a man in the front row meticulously timing on his stopwatch the actual limit, because normally when they do these things, they count them down and they make a bigger deal out of the end, and they didn't here. It just happened. Yeah, it was a great shock that it didn't, but I want to know the real number.
So it was. Where are you? Funny, like when the bell started ringing.
Blank fan. Ugh. Blank fan.
So like when the bell started ringing, I thought, oh shit, somebody's ringing the bell.
Yeah.
Like who's ringing the? And I thought it was gonna be Jericho. And I'm going, God, this fucking sucks.
Yeah. Okay.
And then because they kept like not panning over or anything, and then they just go, no, time on draw.
Okay.
I thought it was awesome, man. I loved Adam Cole asking for 5 more minutes, and Max just get the fuck out of here. Like, I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
But I did. I really thought it was awesome.
Right.
You know, like you said, MJF in ring lately has been tearing the fuck up.
I like the belt shot little switcheroo.
That was cool.
And Bryce catching the diamond ring.
Yeah.
All that kind of shit.
It was good shit.
Mm-hmm. It was a very good match.
You get the
CM Punk hype video.
Yeah, which apparently he looked sullen and broken down, and it looked like he really has a lot on his mind.
As I said to you before, it's just as strung out as ever.
Because you can get all of that from that little clip, not just like God fucking. Yes. I could have literally been anybody in that video, and if that comment came out, I'd be like, "What are you doing? Like honestly, what are we fucking doing here?" So yeah, he obviously hype video where he said, I got a lot of scores to settle.
Yeah, lots of things on my mind,
and you'll hear about them this Saturday. Sammy Guevara comes out for a promo. Still, just the fans are like, "Oh, Sammy!" They tried covering so hard when he's like, "Oh, by the way, we're having a baby girl," and you can even just boo.
Michelle's in the room. She goes, "Did they just boo this man for having a baby?"
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "That's mean." And I was like, "No, you don't understand. He was a bad guy up until they came out like 2 weeks ago, and he was like, 'Hey, we're pregnant.' And then he was supposed
fans still were like,
and then he was supposed to be a good guy, but the fans aren't buying it.
No, to the point where he starts saying, "I don't know what kind of career I need, and I need to make some decisions." And Darby comes out, and Darby tries to like help him, like, "These fans are starting to love you again, Sammy." And it's like,
boo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just let him be an asshole heel.
Right.
He's not a good babyface. He was for a while, and then you put him with Tay, and it's just like completely.
Person.
Yeah.
But then, as Michelle said during all this, Jericho comes out, and in Michelle's opinion, which I will parrot here, Jericho saves this segment, and then Sting comes out and really saves this segment.
Yeah.
And they have
Jericho starts questioning his loyalty to the JAS.
Yes. And clearly that's where this is going. He hasn't been JAS like associated.
And like he says, he goes, "Sammy, like you didn't ask me for help or anything," and Sammy said, "Well, you didn't offer or anything." Right. So, then Sting comes out and does fucking platform heels that Jericho was in, just to make him not look like a small, tiny person next to
Stinger,
an actual giant.
Do you think that's a tease for Jericho Stinger as Stinger's retirement match?
No,
because they never got to do it in WCW. No, you don't think so?
No.
Okay.
I still think it's gonna be Sting Darby.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to close it out. Yeah, I don't know. I would hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No thanks. Chris Jericho stinks up enough shit lately. We get this leads into the this doesn't lead into the match.
Well, it does. So we get a break here, and we get Sonata's
open
challenge.
Yeah, because then we get like a bunch of weird shit in the middle. Yeah, Sonato does his open challenge,
which I at this point of the night super excited about.
Yeah, well, we'll address it now before addressing it later.
Yes.
A little later in the night.
Hear me now and believe me later.
Jungle Boy and Hook are having a little interview backstage.
Yeah.
And, they're so happy to be working together, and Jungle Boy's like, you're my best friend. I'm like, God damn, could you telegraph this fucking turn anymore, brother?
Right. Well, the gold he wants is the FTW belt.
Well, he said, I want single gold by the end of the year. I'm getting a little jealous over here. So I'm going to challenge Sonata for the IWGP title.
So Sonata does his open challenge, and I'm super happy to see this very handsome, not boring at all IWGP World Champion.
Yeah.
Ed. And I'm like, oh my God, who's going to take up Sonata's challenge? Like, is it going to be like Swerve Sonata? That'd be killer. And then I was like, oh, what if like they go real weird and it's like Dustin Rhodes challenges for the IWGP title? And I'm like, that's crazy. And I'm like, oh, but what if Don Callis does this the Weasel his way with Takeshita and be like, he's the next Kenny Omega. What does he need? And then do that. And I'm like, oh, that'd be so cool. And then I was like, oh, what if it's Double J? And I was like, oh, man, Joe would be so happy if Double J challenges for the IWGP. And then I was like, oh, fuck Double J. Billy Gunn didn't win that Intercontinental title, but I want Billy Gunn to challenge for the IWGP title.
Remember that classic Billy Gunn versus Tanahashi match.
And then I sort of resigned myself to thinking that it was probably going to be Jericho, because Jericho has wrestled. He wrestled Naito. He wrestled Okada. He wrestled Kenny.
The big names.
He does that, and this is New Japan's champion. In my thought process, and whether you like him or not, and a lot of people saying, like, well, Evil was champion too. And I was like, yeah, and Evil fucking sucks. Sonata doesn't.
No.
I was like, oh, and it's like, Sonata's super over. And I was like, it's got to be somebody cool because it's the fucking New Japan champion. And, like, the main event is Okada Danielson, no doubt, right? Or no, Kenny Ospreay.
I would say, I don't
think
know.
So?
Canada.
Okay. Oh, it's in Canada? All right, it's going to be Kenny Ospreay. But, like, so that's not doing that. So, like, and I was like, irregardless, Sonata's match is at the highest it could possibly be is third from the top. And I was like, but it's got to be somebody cool because he's the champion. You got to, you know what I mean? Like, you got to respect your champ. And then I was like, so it's going to be Jericho. And then it's Jungle Boy. And I'm like, and I'm sure Jungle Boy will turn it up and try and do the best he can.
Sure.
And it's not that giant of a hill for him to climb. Like, Sonata isn't. I like Sonata a lot. I'm a big fan of his wrestling, but it's not like he has to keep up with somebody, you know? Sonata's style is much more slowed down and classic, kind of thing. But I was like, Jungle Boy. Yeah, I was like, this is like a disappointment. This is almost a shot at what the company, either one, feels about Sonata as champion.
At this point, you and I are just texting each other names.
Yeah, anybody,
like literally
anybody.
Malachi Black,
right? Anybody.
Darby Allin,
right?
Jeff Jarrett,
right?
Billy Gunn,
right? Anybody.
Anyone.
Yeah, like I thought it would be somebody in the main event that would give a proper match up against IWGP champion, because also I would like for them to be some sort of mystery. I know Sonata's not losing his fucking belt on Forbidden Door, but I really know that Jungle Boy's not winning the IWGP belt. You know what I mean?
Ain't happening.
And so I was like, if they could, like, anybody, you know, like Claudio, Yuta, like, Mox doesn't have a match on this thing yet. Like, fucking anybody. Lance Archer even. Like, anybody. Wardlow, champion versus champion kind of thing, even though it's a mid-card belt.
Still.
And then I was like, oh, the pillar that's
Christian
kind of at the bottom. Right.
I did see last night somebody tweeted out when he did the open challenge, they posted up a picture of Christian saying, what's Sonata's family status?
But, disappointing. I'm sure the match will be good. But, like, I don't think Sonata should have to be, as IWGP champion, should have to be in what is probably going to be the piss break match of the night. Yeah. Because it's going to be, the highest it can be is third down from the top. Most likely going to be fourth down from the top.
I agree. I think it's be fourth from the top now.
Because I think Max and Tanahashi are going to be above him. Spoilers for later. So, like, that's the piss break match.
Oh, my God.
And that sucks for Sonata, who is a very talented, not boring boy, Ed.
Part of me was just like, yo, why don't you just have like a Just Five Guys tag match against...
Right, just do a tag match, right. Right, because now this is 4 singles already stacked at the top of this card. But yeah, that would have been great, but Just Five Guys match.
Man, Andrade.
Right, Andrade would have been amazing. Right.
Fuck.
Do Just Five Guys against best friends.
Yeah.
Something.
Oh, God.
Or chaos. Whatever. All right.
I know, because you and I can go for hours about that. So it does lead into Sting, Darby, Keith Lee, and Orange fucking Cassidy against the Mogul affiliates.
Right. Mogul Embassy.
Mogul Embassy. Pardon. This is fun.
This was fun. Toad Leona getting a little excited against Stinger.
Somebody said, "Hey, brother,
needs to be careful."
I get it.
I think even Sting said, like, slow down a little bit. He wasn't quite in position. It's an older man.
Yeah, slow down a little bit.
Slow down. Be careful with the merchandise.
This is like a 65-year-old man.
But lots of people, and I saw like Cage had his tights logo made out to look like the Scorpion.
That was cool.
But that wasn't Stinger face paint. That was Dingo Warrior colors.
Well,
that was Dingo Warrior face paint.
He was a big fan of the other Blade Runner.
I don't care who you are. You do that shade of blue with that shade of red or orange. It's Dingo Warrior all fucking. Then you look like Brian Cage. It's Dingo Warrior all day.
Yeah.
Great finish.
Oh my God, dude!
Orange Cassidy and Sting taking over the country, taking the tag titles,
just like we all
with the combo. Superman punch and the Scorpion Death Drop.
Loved it.
Yeah, this was a fun little thing because Sting's in it and Sting fucking rules.
Yeah, God damn, I love Sting.
And it's a nice little break where Orange Cassidy doesn't have to worry about his title
so,
for a night.
I was out Saturday night with some friends for a birthday dinner. And our other friend, yes, I have friends, believe it or not. Yeah. Our other friend Joe, not Sposto, but Joe Merce,
Joey Acorns,
Joey Shoulders. Yeah. So there was a TV on where we're at, and they kept showing commercials for Collision.
Okay,
and he leans over to me and he goes, "Brett," I said, "Yeah, what's up?" He goes, "Sting still fucking wrestles." I said, "Joe, does he ever?" And I pulled up the clip from when we were at the pay-per-view when he dove out of the balcony. He goes, "Fuck, he's so cool." I was like, "Yeah,
it's true. Sting is cool."
Years ago, Joe and I, we were out somewhere, and I remember watching something, and he goes, "Yeah, man, I was a WCW kid." Yeah. I was like, "And that's why you're my fucking boy."
That's right.
So
shout out Joe Merce.
What a man. Next match, Wardlow.
Hold on. We got an Ass Boys promo about on the Hardys where they challenge the Hardys, and they try to speculate that the Ass Boys are joining the Bullet Club, which isn't happening.
No,
but the thing I wanted to bring this up is that they are both have finally signed on to their father's nutritional regimen.
Yeah, it's the protein powder.
It is the Billy Gunn noted nutritionist, and his children have finally signed on, and I appreciate that about them.
Good. That's
what I thought that they're you cannot go wrong in that department following the Billy Gunn diet.
A sport
trademark. Then we get
hashtag
Wardlow versus Jake Hager.
Yeah,
in a glorified squash.
Yeah, this was
Hager didn't get much.
This is one of those where I kind of half watched because I was like, I just don't care about Jake. I like Wardlow.
Right, I like Wardlow.
Wardlow's kind of back.
Yeah. Did the JAS come out with Hager?
No,
because they did mid match and Arn ran him off.
And don't forget about Big Brock Anderson.
Brock Anderson.
Arn doing the very weird I'm pulling out the Glock.
But Daddy Magic or Jag, I don't remember which one it was still scared of the fake gun anyway.
That makes me happy.
But he chases them up the ramp.
Yeah,
you don't make Arn Anderson run.
No, Wardlow turns into Lucha Wardlow a little bit here.
Yes,
doing suicide dives and swanton bombs, hits 2 power bombs.
Right.
We're out of here.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
The first movement and the second movement.
Fucking rocks, brother.
Just funny that for whatever reason he has they're giving him a conductor gimmick. He's the maestro.
Listen, don't talk about the Stro that way, all right? Stro's a good brother.
Dude, we didn't talk about Nails being back. That should have been the number one thing in our fucking
God,
news group.
Man.
What are we doing? Not AEW related in any fucking
way.
I
didn't think about going to Detroit or anything.
Yeah?
Yeah, I fucking love Nails.
Yeah, I know you do.
Who else do you know that owns a Nails t-shirt?
Right. What if you walked up to him and he was like, Brett man.
No, because you'd have to have the actual voice.
Okay.
And do you ever hear his real voice?
No, I don't think I've ever heard him talk.
It's kind of like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
It's not
it might have changed. He looks like a grizzled old man.
He looks like angrier than ever.
Oh, yeah.
Which makes you...
Yeah.
Nails, bust out that jumpsuit, brother. Time for another run.
Yeah, right.
Let's go.
He's
him
like,
versus Cardona will happen.
I'm
predicting it right now.
It'll have to be him. Myers ain't gonna let that happen. It's gonna be him versus Myers.
Some creative approach.
I like that they just showed him like the check that he could be making for having a bendy and doing appearances, and he was like, "I've been like working on a farm or something."
Yeah, he's like, "Oh shit,
right?
Shit,
yeah, I'm making all kinds of money. Like people want to see me. Yeah, buddy, charge a couple hundo to get a Hasbro signed.
Yeah,
and you're good to go. Has he ever had another figure besides the bendy that's coming out? He never had. He never
the Hasbro
or anything, right?
No,
You think they would?
Dude,
why wouldn't they?
They don't have the rights.
How do they not have the rights to Nails?
I think I don't know if he owns it or not.
Really?
Probably one of those that let the trademark slip.
Yeah.
Because he was only there, a year?
Yeah.
And that was back in '93.
Yeah, but it's so crazy.
Let the trademark slip, brother.
It's crazy.
Look at all the guys out the trademark slip.
Oh, yeah, I know.
So
the Nails.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, I don't know if they're ever going to... I don't think they saw a lot of cha-ching and Nails.
That's true.
Brother. I see all the cha-ching.
You do. You see it all. Because you're a visionary.
Boss man. Still never forget the day when I found out that wasn't his real voice. That still affected me. So Christian shows up on the big old Tron.
Yeah, without audio.
Yeah, is that one of the things fucking Dumb Ray's talking about, their production issues?
Well, I guess so. That and the giant no that came across the screen, which has happened before. I don't fucking know. I don't care.
No.
Shit happens. I wish it doesn't, but it's fine. The Christian corrected course. They cut the promo again, and it's all good.
Yeah,
and then they murdered Arn Anderson.
Yeah, I see a bloodied up Arn Anderson. Right. So, I guess is it Luchasaurus?
They did. It's Wardlow versus
on Collision, right?
On Collision, yes.
Is Wardlow going to be a Saturday boy now?
I don't know. Tony Khan has said that it's not a hard split. A lot of guys are going to be floating.
I saw Andrade already was like, "Yeah, I want a hard split." Right. He goes, "We need our own titles."
We need our own titles.
Like,
he wants one.
He chill the fuck
thinks
out,
he deserves
brother.
one, and then when he doesn't get one, he's going to go home again.
Yeah. We chill out, brah.
Yeah. They're gonna be stupid not to have people floating back and forth because Willow's on Collision and she's gonna be back and forth.
So this is where Tanahashi
challenges MJF,
which is awesome.
It is,
dude. That MJF promo when he's on the trainer was pretty fucking good.
And he's like, it won't be the first time I've no showed.
Yeah. He's like, Tanahashi, bud.
Yeah.
Sorry, that ain't happening.
Yeah. But Tony Khan's already made it official.
Yeah, already made it.
They show the graphic anyway, so don't show up.
I saw MJF the win. Tweeted it today and just saying, nope.
Yeah, just give Tana the win.
I agree. We get an Orange Cassidy promo after this.
We do.
Where Renee's like, hey, you defend your belt a bunch.
Right.
You don't really have anything planned. And he goes, well, this is the part where somebody's going to come walking in and, here he comes.
Yeah.
Goddamn Zack Sabre Jr. says, hey, Orange Bollocks.
Yep.
So they kind of square off a little bit. In comes Daniel Garcia.
Yes.
And he says, oh, you run your mouth. And, oh, your boys with Shibata. And he goes, yeah, Shibata's not here. He'll be here next week. Mm-hmm. So how about me and Shibata versus you two? And my head's just fucking blowing up because we're getting Orange Cassidy and Shibata as its fucking tag team now.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Holy
they're buddies.
Shit. They're pals.
They're pals. Is Shibata in Chaos?
No, Shibata was always just
independent.
Yeah. Remember that time when we saw Shibata versus Orange Cassidy? Mm-hmm. That was pretty cool.
And they became friends afterwards.
That was pretty cool, right?
When Shibata put on the sunglasses. It was pretty cool.
Well, that's when Shibata saved Orange Cassidy at Forbidden Door last year.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're buds.
They're friends.
What a crazy world.
What a crazy thing. It all but confirms OC versus Zack Sabre Jr.
That man, dude. That's going to be bonkers.
Which I guess is for...
I think it's just going to be a challenge match.
Oh, well, Sabre says he wants that the international title. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to assume Shibata versus Garcia. But do we want that many singles matches on?
That's not going to happen at Forbidden Door.
No? Okay.
That's going to happen on
Ring of Honor, because it's a Ring of Honor belt. Right, okay.
And you're going to get probably Joe versus Zack Sabre Jr. on that Ring of Honor.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Which is, I think, towards the end of July.
Sabre OC, that should be the end of your singles matches for that fucking show. Let's get more people on this
card.
I agree. Give me a Blackpool Combat Club thing.
House of Black. Where they're going to put in.
Right. Give me a trio schmaz. Give me Bishamon and Ishii versus Blackpool Combat Club and House of Black.
Who takes the fall there?
I don't know.
Yoshihashi.
Yoshihashi, of course.
Yeah. Who else?
Because there's got to be, you just got to fill it out with tag matches, and like as much as I want to see Ishii in a singles match, not going to happen.
No.
And Blackpool Combat Club is doing everything together, so you got to keep it there.
Yeah.
And I don't mind if it's all singles, but you got to mix up, give some more people some payday here. You still got to. I don't know if you're going to do Bullet Club Gold getting a payday on this fucking show. Like,
there's a lot of people you could throw on here.
There is. A lot of people are going to be left off this show.
Who's Naito going to wrestle?
Maybe nobody. Maybe no. Maybe make it trios 4. Make it
LIJ,
Bishamon, and Ishii. 3 guys tonight. Give me Naito, Yoda, and Shingo versus Blackpool Combat Club and House of Black.
Somebody said they want Hiromu Darby.
Oh, jeez.
That would fucking go crazy.
Yeah.
That would be
right. And if they're teasing Punk Kenta, like that's a lot of singles matches on a show that like none of these things are going to go fucking short.
I don't know.
So
yeah, there's a lot of like what's going to happen.
Yeah, there's a ton.
Which I think next week maybe if there's not a ton to watch, like we can kind of speculate what else is on the card. Yeah. Because they announced for New Japan because Dynamite's always on delay. Mm-hmm. They said
there were 13 matches on last year's Forbidden Door.
Yeah,
because there was 4 on the pre-show.
Okay, so there could be a lot of pre-show then.
Right.
They did announce on New Japan World this week that Dynamite's going to be live. So that tells me there's going to be a lot of New Japan guys showing up this week, which is going to be awesome.
Okay.
Tony Storm versus Sky Blue.
Yes.
As Adam likes to refer to it, a dream match.
Yeah.
I thought this was not bad.
Sky Blue did not look good until she hit a super kick on Ruby. Gets up on the apron and she super kicks her off.
She looked really good there.
And from then on, it was almost like she got her confidence. So that was cool.
Yeah.
My favorite part.
Her mom no-sold the spray paint.
Yeah, no-sold the spray paint. My favorite part is that one of the guys, Shivani or whoever on commentary, when Tony Storm put on the cloverleaf, said that Tony Storm had a real deep seat there. And I was like, yes, she does. That is a hell of a deep seat.
Amen, brother.
On that Texas cloverleaf.
So Tony Storm obviously retained.
Of course.
Sky Blue ain't winning that shit.
No. But it was not a bad match.
No.
It was a great match, but it wasn't a bad match.
She's getting beat down afterwards, and Willow makes the save.
Yes.
So Collision is going to be Willow and Sky Blue versus Tony and Ruby Soho.
Yes.
I do know that they've been trying to get some Stardom involvement for Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
But I think they're running a pay-per-view like that same day. So I don't... It's tough because you don't want to send over like a no-name person from Stardom.
Right.
You know?
Do you think they do Willow defending the New Japan Strong title against someone? I
don't know. Could you do that? Or just Willow versus Tony in like a challenge match? You know?
Yeah.
Different things you could do there.
Yeah, sure.
Main event time. Blackpool Combat Club.
Yes.
Versus the stupid name that's not allowed to be said on TV apparently anymore.
So.
Hangman Page and the Young Bucks.
Yes.
Young Bucks looking goofier than ever.
Absolutely.
With those fucking handkerchiefs.
Looking like fools.
Yeah.
Looking Three Amigos hats? I don't understand.
Yeah. Match was pretty good, though, I thought.
Claudio, I just want to publicly say thank you for stopping the One Bucks like super spot where he does like all the power moves around the ring and gets everybody with a move. Claudio put the end of that real quick.
Yeah.
So thank you for that, Claudio, my friend.
Yeah, I did think the match was good, though.
Yeah, it was really good. They kicked the crap out of each other.
Yeah. Dude, Brian on commentary makes me die every week.
Hangman worked really hard in this match.
He did.
The Bucks look like trash because that's what they always do. When the one did the double Northern Lights to Moxley, when Moxley ran over, I was like, "You fucking assholes!"
Yeah,
it just takes the piss out of anything you're trying to do.
You don't do that.
But Hangman looked really good and was really working like a house of fire in this match.
Yeah, Yuta eats the pin.
Yes.
Yuta's the guy who gets the pin and eats the pin for this team.
Right, of course.
Which I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Afterwards, big brawls breaking out. And there's all fighting each other still. And then some familiar music hits.
Right.
Good sir. Mm-hmm. And motherfucking Eddie Kingston.
Eddie's back.
Comes running down.
Huge pop.
Crazy.
Yeah.
He comes running down. Him and Claudio, they're gonna hate each other forever.
Yes.
He starts beating up Claudio. Mox pulls him off, and when him and Mox did that face off, I was like, oh no.
Yep.
And then the one Buck knocks down Mox.
And Eddie pulls him
off.
off.
The Buck off
he's
him.
like, leave him alone.
Yeah, get the fuck off him.
Right.
Mox gets back up. He shoves the Buck. Then he shoves Eddie. They're face to face. And then in comes running Takeshita. And he fucking lays out Eddie.
Yep.
And he lays out the Bucks. And goddamn, here comes Kenny Omega. Like a house of fire.
We still don't know where he was. That he wasn't in America.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
But he wasn't in Canada either.
Right.
So he comes running out. He beats the shit out of Takeshita.
Yes.
Goes to give him the V-trigger up against the rope. Hits him with it. But you see somebody else slide into the ring.
Right.
Fucking here's Will Ospreay. He hits him with like that like sidewinder kick. The place is like going crazy.
Yeah.
Hits him with the hidden blade. Hits him with the Stormbreaker. Hits him with the other hidden blade.
Yeah.
Crazy fucking ending.
Well, I guess, didn't they say Ospreay's wrestling on Rampage this week?
It's him, Jeff Cobb, and Kyle Fletcher. So United Empire against Chaos.
Against Chaos, right. Which Rocky and Best Friends,
What an insane ending. Danielson's up on top of the stage clapping for Ospreay.
Right, and Ospreay, did you see what he said about it?
Yeah.
It's like, you don't clap for me, you're my enemy.
Yep. I know, he's like, all you pricks are my enemies.
He's like, you're not in United Empire, you're my enemy, don't clap for me.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Even when he's walking out, he like yells at Don Callis again, because he called Don Callis a piece of shit a couple weeks ago.
Right.
So yeah, dude, what a fucking ending.
Crazy ending.
Loved it. It was so chaotic.
This is another really good Dynamite too.
Crowd was red hot during that ending. You have to think that little like 2-minute span. You get Eddie, Takeshita, Omega, Ospreay. Like it was just fucking crazy. Oh, I loved it so much.
Well, they spent so much time on this show building for Forbidden Door. And Forbidden Door last year was widely regarded. We said it was the best paper. It was the best show of the year. No
doubt. Yep.
And there's no reason why this one can't be also. Although Wembley's probably they're gonna have to try and make Wembley better. And I think you'll see a lot of the same faces in Wembley.
Probably
same faces.
Same faces, different places.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. But this was cool, and they really hit it for Forbidden Door.
Yeah,
really fucking hard.
Forbidden Door's next Sunday, and I cannot wait.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be so good. This ending, I immediately went back. I rewound it and watched it again from when Eddie comes out, just because I loved it.
I watched
a
lot of people were clipping the Eddie pop online, so I was watching that every time it showed up. I was like, I just want to hear people cheer for Eddie again, because I know the Claudio thing's the story, and I know I want him to win the Ring of Honor title, but like there is not a guy in that company as universally loved enough to dethrone Max other than Eddie Kingston. I will stand by that forever.
Yeah.
The Blackpool Combat Club can't fucking do it. They've already been there and done that. Kenny can't do it. All that stuff doesn't make any sense. Eddie is, to me, lined up to beat Max for that world title.
I can't wait to see,
and he'll lose it right back. He doesn't have to have it for long.
No, I can't wait to see him and Moxley kind of go on the mic at each other, because Moxley always said, like, I don't care what you do with Claudio outside of AEW.
Right.
That's your guys. He goes, but now you're here, and like, what's that gonna cause? Oh my god!
Are we gonna get Eddie Mox?
Dude.
Oh, and then did you see the after promo that Kenny cut, where Kenny invites Eddie to join the Elite? My guess is we're going to get Blackpool Combat Club and Takeshita against the Elite and Eddie. And then
Blood and Guts.
No, I don't know if they'll go that far. I don't know that Eddie.
They already did Anarchy in the Arena.
Yeah, that's true. But will Eddie be aligned with the Elite for that long? It breaks my heart that Eddie will have to be aligned with the Elite. But I would love to.
I think Eddie's going to be away for a while.
That's true. Oh, yeah, that's true, too. He's not going to be around.
No.
So this is just going to be...
Like all of July.
Yeah, he has a few weeks. I mean, beginning of July, he's over in Japan, and then a week later...
He's just staying there until mid-August?
Yeah, he's through till July to mid-August. Yeah, that's right. So this isn't going to be too much, and they don't have a show, like a Blood and Guts in between, so this is just going to be Eddie gone. Eddie with them for now, or maybe not at all.
Maybe not at all.
Maybe this is it. Maybe we get a match next week, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
You know?
I'm excited, though.
Maybe it spins off into Ring of Honor, and that's it with it, too. Who knows?
Could be. Yeah, it could be. He might just be like, I don't fuck with you guys.
Right.
I'm just going for him. That's
right.
it.
I just want Claudio to be for anybody but Claudio. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Yeah.
But what an ending to Dynamite. It was
Yeah.
fucking awesome. I know a lot of people are like, this felt very like 98 Raw ending where it was just chaos.
Okay.
You know?
I ain't mad about it.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, great Dynamite, I thought.
Yeah, really good Dynamite.
That was it.
That's it. That's it for the old US of A.
Yeah, you want to take a trip, pal?
We're going to take a trip. I was going to say to the Orient, but I don't think that's
yeah,
anymore.
no.
Yeah, no, that's not a thing.
Nope.
That's not,
You ain't saying that,
I am
pal.
not Lord Alfred Hayes.
Nope.
Although, wish I was. But let's go.
All right.
Hey, here we are. We're in Japan.
We are back.
Not a huge wrestling week in Japan, but a huge wrestling announcements week.
Yeah,
in Japan.
you had a one pretty big show.
Yeah, not a great show though.
I thought it was good.
Not very well reviewed. Nothing really. One match maybe blowing the doors off the place.
Well, yeah. The first altogether was like that too.
Yeah.
It's just more
right.
You know,
it's just a fun.
let's
No,
celebrate
these guys
everybody.
wrestle.
So,
Yeah.
plus it's for charity, which is nice.
Yes.
But before we talk about any of that,
Yes.
G1 Climax 33 officially announced their blocks.
They did.
It's another 4-blocker.
It is. One more person in each block than last year.
Yeah, which didn't need to happen.
It was 7 people last year. It's 8 people this year.
So, A block,
Yes.
which is like the debut block pretty much.
Pretty
You have
much.
Sonata, this is 8th entry, 8th
Entering
in a row.
champion.
Chase Owens, 3rd entry, 3rd in a row.
Ugh.
Hikuleo debut.
Yep.
Ren Narita debut.
Yep.
Shota Umino debut. Yota Tsuji debut.
Yep.
Gabe Kidd debut. And Kaito Kiyomiya debut.
Yes.
Keeping all the young kids away from Grumpy Okada.
Right.
Pretty wild they went that heavy with debuts.
They've picked. They've like sort of set these blocks up in a very weird way. I feel. Because there's also sort of a bit of like a brawler block. It's interesting.
Yes.
But yes.
So New Japan's website states the youth group of G1 Climax also contains the difficult prospect of Sonata. 6 debuters will be looking to make their mark. B block. We have Okada,
Of course.
12th entry, 12th in a row.
Looking to win his 3rd in a row.
Yes. Yoshihashi,
Yep.
7th entry, 4th in a row. Taichi, 5th entry, 5th in a row. Kenta,
Yes.
5th entry, 5th in a row. He's been at 5 G1. This is going to be his 5th one already.
In a row. So that's how long he's been out of the WWE.
That's
crazy.
kind of crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Great O'Khan, 3rd entry, 3rd in a row.
Yep.
Will Ospreay, 4th entry,
That's
2nd
crazy
in
that
a row.
O'Khan's been around for 3 years.
Yeah. Tonga Loa, 2nd entry, 1st in 2 years.
Yes.
And ELP, 2nd entry, 2nd in a row.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know. That could either be Okada or Ospreay's block.
So, right, but the way they've added the quarterfinals to this too.
Yeah.
So so the winner and the runner up both get through.
So they're both getting through there.
Right.
You would think.
It's not hard to predict who's going to be not necessarily who's 1 and 2, but in like correct order. But you pretty much can tell out of all these blocks who the top 2 guys are going to be.
So all right, let's do
let's get through them all.
Well,
first.
A block, who's getting through?
A block is going to be Kiyomiya, and I would guess Sonata as champion, but maybe not.
Okay, no Tsuji or Umino there?
Tsuji or Umino could happen. It depends on how strong of a showing they want for the champion. Usually champion fares pretty well.
You would think.
And you would think at least top 2 spots. If he's not top 2, he's right in the 3rd, and they do like Yoda a lot, and they like Shooter. But there's no way Kaito Kiyomiya does not make it through.
Yeah, I agree. B block, we're saying Okada and Ospreay are going to
Okada and Ospreay. It has to be.
C block, David Finlay,
Yep.
2nd entry, 2nd in a row. Tomohiro Ishii, 11th entry, 11th in a row.
It's his year.
Baby. Evil, 8th entry, 8th in a row. Tama Tonga, 6th entry, 3rd in a row. Shingo Takagi, 5th entry, 5th in a row. Aaron Hanari, 2nd entry, 2nd in a row.
Yes.
Eddie Kingston making his debut. And Mikey Nichols making his debut.
Yep.
Who you got coming out of this?
So this is tougher, and here's why. In my heart of hearts, Eddie Kingston makes it through in one of the 2 spots, right? But the main event of like the last night of the G1 is Finlay versus Eddie. And my guess is that that's going to be aligned in a way that the winner gets through and the loser of that match does not.
Yeah, because you have...
They're pushing Finlay in such a level that I don't think he can't make it through.
I feel like he'll get through, and then it's either going to be...
Shingo.
Ishii, Shingo, or Eddie.
Right.
Any of those 3 could be a toss-up.
Right.
Because they're going to beat the shit out of everybody in this block, and I can't fucking wait.
Right. This is a bit more of the brawlers block.
Yeah.
And there's not a ton of matchups I'm super excited about, sadly. No. Eddie Ishii is always fun. Eddie Shingo is going to be fucking crazy. Eddie Mikey Nichols will be really good.
Yeah.
But like,
if Eddie can pull...
Eddie Hanari will be really good too.
That's going to be a big bruiser.
Finley's a bummer. Evil's a bummer. Tama Tonga can go either way, but he's not my dude.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But Eddie does have two main events in throughout the G1. One against Finlay and one against Evil. So
yeah. So D block is what people are calling the old man veteran block. Right. Tanahashi, 22nd entry, 22nd in a row.
It's got to be his last one, I hope. I love Tana, but I'm going to say a sad thing about him in this all-together match.
Naito, 14th entry, 14th in a row.
Of course.
Hey, DJ.
Yes, sir.
What does the G and G1 stand for?
It stands for Godo, my friend.
16th entry, 16th in a row.
Amen. It's his year.
Whew. Zack Sabre Jr., 7th entry, 7th in a row. Yep. Yano, 18th entry, 17th in a row.
Yeah.
Jeff Cobb, 5th entry, 5th in a row. Shane Haste debut entry. Alex Coughlin debut entry. So this one, probably the 2, Naito, Zack Sabre.
That's what I would think too. Naito, Zack Sabre.
You would think, right?
Yeah.
But man, you can never say no to Tanahashi.
You can't.
But my God, there's a lot of experience here.
There is. So
between Goto, Naito, and Tanahashi, there's 6 G1s that have been won.
So here's an interesting thing. So they're doing the quarterfinals and they're doing into the semifinals. So the quarterfinals are A block's top seed versus C block's runner-up. B block's top seed versus D block's runner-up. C block's 1 seed versus B block's runner-up, and D block's 1st seed versus A block's runner-up. So, and then the finals are the winner of A versus C versus the second one of B and D, second C and B and D and A. So A and B is Kitami and Okada. You have to get them in one of these matches. You don't, and if it's the finals, it's the finals.
Yeah.
I don't know that they're gonna pull the trigger on Kitami winning, making it all the way to the finals because he's a Noah wrestler.
Yeah.
So the
first Noah wrestler I think since 2016.
Right. So I was looking at the way to make this work is I think you have to put Kitamiya winning A block and Okada winning B block, because then they wrestle their respective matches in the quarterfinals and then win both of those.
So they face
in the semis.
Yeah.
Because then it's the winner, A1 versus B1 if they both win.
But you can't have Kiyomiya lose to Okada again.
I don't know. But like, there's no other real way to get it to work, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because the only other way to get it to work is that they're both the second seeds, and then they would also face each other if they won those matches. But there's no way with the story they've been telling over the last bunch of months between those two that they don't face each other in the fucking G1.
It's been the hottest angle in Japanese wrestling in a long time.
And my guess is that they both win their blocks and they face off in the semifinals.
I can see that, yeah.
And maybe then you do put Kiyomiya to the finals. over Okada.
Maybe, yeah.
You know, and then you see what happens. Maybe you do a little Noah crossover for Wrestle Kingdom. I don't know. But there's no way you don't have them face in this tournament, and it's the only way I see it is they both win their blocks.
They have to,
right?
Yeah, they have to.
And I think you could get Eddie. If I'm bringing Eddie Kingston over again, I'm biased. We love him. If I'm bringing Eddie Kingston over for the G1, I'm having him be the runner-up in his block, so I'm at least getting a quarterfinal match, one extra quarterfinal match out of Eddie.
Yeah,
getting that extra match out of an AEW star. I think the partnership warrants that.
Especially if you put that New Japan Strong title on.
Right. I think Eddie's super fucking popular even over there. I think there's a
very
good chance he wins that New Japan Strong title.
I do too.
And I think that's what you end up doing is running Eddie. At least just a quarterfinal match. I don't even think Eddie's going to make it to the semifinals, but I think he will be the runner-up in his block to make it to the quarterfinals at least.
Yeah, I agree.
So, but I don't love the quarterfinal system.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little too cute.
Right, it over elaborates everything. You don't need that. It needs to be.
And they did
smaller.
kind of a version of this with the best of the Super Juniors this year.
I liked just you win your block, you make it through.
Yeah, that's it.
But it gets more matches. It gets them to sell more tickets to another. They get to add a whole other fucking day or two to this tour.
I get it.
They get all these matches out of these big stars. It's the most people ever, and they probably did it to figure out a way to get to Okada Kiyomiya a little easier. Yeah. It makes everything a little easier to get to those guys because you have to have that fucking happen.
Yeah.
So it runs from July 15th, the first night, which is main evented by Shooter Umino, Ren Narita, and Yota Tsuji versus Kiyomiya.
Woof.
And it ends August 13th. With the finals.
Yep. My favorite time of the year for pro wrestling. Yeah. I'm excited,
I have the brackets. I didn't post them. I sent them to the family, but
I'm gonna need you to print one out for me.
Okay, that's fine.
My printer's
That's fine. I just bought ink. You got it, pal.
Hey, thanks, babe.
When it ended up being 3 pages, I was like, I'm not making this electronically filmable.
Yeah.
Because if it was just on 1 page, I can make it so you can just type it in. But 3 pages long, I'm not dealing with it. And with 8 people in a block, it just wasn't fitting on a page, not in any sort of legible way.
If anybody needs help filling out a bracket for fun, holler at your boys.
Yes.
Because I do know that there's a lot of new eyes.
But I'm going to fill mine out. I'll probably wait until after the July 4th and 5th shows and see sort of where Eddie sits.
I'll wait probably till the day before.
But
we'll figure it out with recording and all that shit.
But it's a big blog. It's gonna be a big fucking tournament, and this section of the show is pretty much gonna be dedicated to the G1 for that month.
Yeah, because not a lot else runs,
and we're just not gonna. I mean, we're gonna be watching, conservatively 2 matches a night, and they're running 3-4 days a week.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a lot. So
I can't fucking.
So basically, this becomes the G1 section.
Of
the show for a month.
And then doesn't the N1 overlap?
And the N1 overlaps by like a week or 2.
I
don't think they've announced the N1 yet, so I don't know if they are because...
All they announced was Kiyomiya's not in it.
Yeah, so I don't know if they've announced the dates. Maybe they don't want to overlap it this year.
It's overlapping, okay. Yeah.
But I imagine Kojima will be in it. We'll see.
Yeah.
But the N1's much less, especially with the state of Noah. But, that being said...
Yes.
That's where we're at with the G1.
God, I can't wait.
Yeah.
So Tokyo Joshi
It's literally the most exciting part of Japanese wrestling of the year.
It's just the best. Yeah. Like to me, it's G1 Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking incredible.
Well, when the G1 ends, you're just waiting for Wrestle Kingdom.
That's it. Yeah, because then like really the rest of the year is not that hot. You have World Tag League, which usually stinks.
Yeah, we don't really watch much of Tag League.
No, like you watch the finals. That's it. It's not great.
Right.
There's not a ton left throughout the year because really you think that first part of the year you get Wrestle Kingdom, New Japan Cup, the King of Pro Wrestling Anniversary Show.
Right, Sakura Genesis, Dominion.
Yeah, like all that shit happens early, like New Beginning.
Yeah.
You know, like it's New Japan's a very like January through August promotion.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm fine, you know, hey, you gotta take a little break sometimes, I guess.
I get it.
All right. So Tokyo Joshi Pro.
Yes.
I'm assuming we both watched 2 matches from this.
I watched 3.
Okay.
1, 2. Wait, did I watch 3? Hold on.
I think you said Earlier you told me you only watched 2.
I watched 2 matches from this.
All right. So I watched 2 as well.
Okay.
Number 1.
Yes.
Yuka Sakazaki's banged up.
Yes, hurt.
Which that makes me sad.
Yes.
Doctors have told her, like, hey, your neck, like, kind of calm down a little bit.
Right.
You need a rest.
Yes, take some time.
Which ends up affecting this match that I'm going to talk about. Ends up being a handicap match. So her other magical sugar rabbit, Mizuki, has to go defend, well, not defend anything because there's no belts on the line. It's against the tag team of Hakachumu.
Yes.
Which is Miyu Watanabe and Rika Tatsumi.
Yes.
The White Dragon. Rika Tatsumi. Every time I see that, I just go, oh, no.
No, I can't do that.
Brother.
Yes, sir.
For a handicap match, which usually handicap matches are like,
one-sided nonsense, yes.
Not great, you know. Pretty fucking good for a handicap match.
This was really, really good, yeah, for sure.
Yuko coming out with Mizuki made me sad. Yeah. Tell you what. Sup, Yuka. I thought the match was really good, though, especially handicap match.
Yes.
Mizuki doing the stomp off the top rope to the outside.
Yeah. What I liked in this was that, so they said that if Yuka was there and they didn't have to give up the titles, literally every Tokyo Joshi Pro title would be in this match.
Yeah.
But Rika admires Mizuki so much in this match that there's times where she doesn't want to fight her.
Yeah.
And, like, actually teams up with her to beat up on Miyu.
I know, which is kind of like, well, that's weird.
And then Mizuki shoves her out of the ring after they do a tag team elbow drop. And then Miyu and Rika sort of have a little discussion. They make up.
Yeah.
And then Mizuki gets the better of them. The double stomp is awesome. The whirling candy I love seeing.
Yeah.
Rika wins with the top rope funky weapon.
Yeah, how awesome. About that?
But here's my problem.
The school of Taguchi.
Yes. Here's my problem with this match. And especially with the main event. They just throw randos on the commentary team. It's Chris Brooks, Drew Parker, and Balyanaki.
So Chris Brooks and Drew Parker have been doing it for a while, like the English commentary.
They stink.
Yeah, they're not great.
They aren't calling the action.
Yeah.
They're just making inside jokes and giggling and sort of taking the piss out of the women wrestlers a little bit here and there. And I really, really didn't like it.
Yeah, they're not the best.
Like, they were just partying and laughing, and they were distracting to me.
Yeah.
And I did not like it. This match, because I'm invested, I know everybody in it, I was able to, like, overcome.
Mm-hmm.
The main event suffered because of it for me. But I did really like this handicap match. I like that they were just like, well, we're not just going to add somebody. You're just going to have to fight on your own.
Right?
Tough titties.
I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, no, I'm not. I don't want another partner anyway. I'll fight myself.
Because Mizuki rules.
Yeah, Mizuki.
She does lose.
Yes,
but that's just what it is.
Funky weapon.
To the flying funky weapon.
Watching those Taguchi tapes, brother.
Who isn't at this point?
Is the White Dragon a part of Taguchi Japan?
I don't know.
Maybe. Oh, boy.
I don't know. I did see that... I think Goto and Taguchi teamed up on like one of the New Japan tag shows this week.
Jesus.
And I was like, oh, should I watch that? And I was like, I ain't going to bother with it. New Japan ran a bunch of other shows
those
this week.
road shows.
Why do I care?
Every night the main event has been just 5 guys against LIJ.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm
good.
So, yeah, the other match was a number 1 contender for the International Princess title. You had Yuki Aino against Arisu Endo.
Yes.
So, yeah, I agree. Like, the commentary is a little bit, like, distracting, especially for people you don't know.
Right.
Tokyo Joshi Pro is kind of in a weird spot right now.
They are.
Yuka's leaving the end of the year.
Right. And she's hurt right now, so she can't even finish out her run.
Yamashita's definitely going to leave.
Right. I mean,
she's been gone for a while, but she's, like, going to leave. Maki Ito hasn't been there. So, like, that's 3 heavy hitters right there, you know?
For sure.
So it is kind of like it puts you in a spot where we got to push new people.
Right.
We got to make new people.
For sure. And this match was good.
I thought it was good too.
But on commentary, like, they're quoting JBL. They're like, oh, I remember when John Bradshaw Layfield said this.
Yeah,
like,
that was weird.
Then, though, I don't remember who was who or which one did this, but there was a Full Nelson. Full Nelson's been a part of wrestling forever.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's the Master Lock. Oh, made famous by Chris Masters. Can she find the key and get out of the Master Lock? And I'm like, please stop.
Yeah.
Just knock it off.
It's a little weird.
Especially because these are two talents that I don't particularly remember seeing, at least not featured. I'm sure we've seen them in tag matches.
Endo, they've been kind of pushing her a little bit more. But
like,
yeah, Yuki Aino, I don't really, I'm not super familiar with.
Right, Miyu Watanabe, Rika, they're all super exposed.
Yeah.
And these aren't. And these guys are just like talking about WWE and shit. And I'm like, please fucking stop, guys. Like you distracted the shit out of me in this match. And so I was just like, okay, this is good, but I can't sit and focus. I've 2 matches in a row with these dudes have burned me out.
Yeah. The match was good though.
The match was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just burned my ass right out.
But yeah, for Tokyo
Joshi
Pro, you do have to kind of push new people because a lot of people are leaving.
Right. You gotta be ready. Right. And that's the thing is that to their detriment, they are a smaller company like Stardom. Like not a lot of people are coming over to be in Stardom.
Yeah.
So they're the smaller company.
Tokyo Joshi has had some people over like Max
for sure.
Heidi, Howitzer.
Nyla's going over there.
Now Nyla can't work Yuka though.
Yeah, they're going to change that match.
Sucks,
and like Yuka's going to be in the video game, which is super cool, but she's hurt. But but because they're the smaller company, and Joshi is like pretty fucking hot right now.
Yes, it is.
Shout out to Stardom Cast being on Jericho's podcast.
That's a big deal.
The other week, or this week, whatever it was. Like Joshi's heating up a little bit again because of the power of Stardom, and Tokyo Joshi Pro is being watched, but a little underlooked.
Yeah.
But is very good. A different style, a little less hard hitting.
Yeah.
But because Joshi's so hot, and Stardom is bigger, people are picking the talent out of Tokyo Joshi Pro. Mm-hmm. So that's, Yamashita is probably as good, if not better, than anybody in Stardom, and she's just not in Stardom. So, of course, she's going to come over here and make money. Yeah. Maki Ito has caught on like crazy amongst the Indian deathmatch crowd.
Huge.
So, like, they suffer from it because they're small enough that that's what happens to the indies here even. You get cherry-picked, and you have to have that next person up.
Yeah.
And, they have a few of them, but you got to fill it out. And then Yuka gets hurt. You got to find somebody else.
You do. You have to.
So,
yeah.
But, yeah.
So, last show we'll talk about All Together again.
Yes.
So this is the first time they've ran an All Together show in a long time. The last time they ran one, I believe was to benefit the victims from the tsunami.
Yeah.
Back like 2011, 2012.
Something like that. Sounds right.
So you have New Japan, All Japan, and Pro Wrestling Noah.
Yes.
Joint show. The first one I own on Blu-ray, thank you, IVP. Which I still go back and like watch it just like, wow, this actually happened. Mm-hmm. So it's fun. They open the show with Tanahashi, Go Shiozaki, and Suwama in the ring. They kind of welcoming the crowd.
Oh, okay.
Which they did the first one as well.
Oh, yeah, the same group of guys?
Same group.
That's
I was like, that's fucking cool as shit.
Yeah.
So I feel like I probably watched more than you did.
You did. I watched two matches.
Okay, so I watched more than you did.
Yes.
So I watched a 6-man tag of Chaos.
Yeah, of course I watched this.
Okay, so Hiroki Goto, Tomohiro Ishii, and Yoshihashi.
Yeah.
Going up against the tag team of The Tough, which is Masaki Kitamiya and Yoshiki Inamura, teaming with Daiki Inaba. So New Japan versus Noah here. I mean, it's big boys just knocking the shit out of each other. What more do you want?
This is a 6.4 in cage match. And again, cage match is often wrong. But like this deserves a little more than that.
It was awesome.
Just by the fact alone that like the big boys from Noah are trying to act all tough, and while the ref is checking their boots, Ishii comes over and like chest bumps all of them to intimidate them because he's fucking Big Tom.
He G-checked them.
Right. So you just get that. Like that's the star of this match is Ishii fighting both Kitamiya and Inamura. For me, Ishii versus Kitamiya
it has to we need it.
It's like the Spider-Man meme pointing at each other. It's just like looking in a mirror. It's fucking awesome. Whenever they get in the ring, I get so happy.
Yeah.
And Inamura too. Inamura and Ishii lifting that big boy up better than I thought he could.
Oh yeah.
And then Inamura following that up with a squatting, stalling vertical suplex.
Dude. Just big, beefy boys.
Yeah, right. But Ishii versus Masaki Kitamiya, whenever they're in the ring together, I'm like, this is just so much fun.
It's just one of those like, oh shit, there's magic.
Right. They have it, And like Ishii has it with a lot of people. Ishii latched on immediately. He's my guy. He will be my guy until he leaves. I will always wish for him to win the G1 and the title and every belt and whatever. They said in this that this group is like possibly the greatest 6-man never open champion title holders ever. Yeah. And Goto looks good. Yoshihashi looks like Yoshihashi with his goofy face. But they don't look bad. But Ishii's the highlight of this. Ishii's the highlight of everything he does because he's fucking incredible.
It's true.
And just watching him beat up the bigger guys and the bigger guys beat him up, it just makes it so much fun. And the crowd is like, here's the thing that gets me about Ishii is like, he was when he was younger, he was built just like Masa.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
The same haircut, same sort of thing.
Yeah.
And Ishii, as he gets a little older, he's got that bum arm. He's lost a little bit of his size. He's still Big Tom, but like the crowd is so invested on him being the toughest dude on the roster.
They know like he will beat up anybody,
right?
At any time.
There is no question. He's taller than no one.
Yeah, he's the Stone Pitbull, brother.
But he's Big Tom. And he just everybody is just so totally invested in how fucking cool he is.
Yeah, he's the best.
So that I really dug this match, and it's short. It's 8 minutes.
Yeah,
it's perfect. It's not blowing the roof off anything, but it's a ton of fun.
Yeah,
I really liked it. The rest is you, because then the only thing I watched otherwise is the main event.
Okay, so I did watch Chris Ridgway and Sean Legacy representing Pro Wrestling Noah going against TMDK, which is Zack Sabre Jr. and Kosei Fujita.
Okay.
No other guys from TMDK.
Yes.
We're going Kosei
Didn't
Fujita.
Kosei Fujita declare himself no longer a young boy this week?
Yeah. Yep, he just said, oh yeah, that young boy thing, nah, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm with TMDK. And Zack Sabre Jr. is like, fuck yeah, you are. Okay. So, all about it. Ridgway and Legacy get the win. Sean Legacy, I don't really know, to be honest. Ridgway, he's a part of Stinger in Noah.
Okay.
And it's definitely building to Ridgway versus Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah.
So that'll be good when that eventually happens. Because Zack Sabre Jr. said, he goes, oh no, TMDK, yeah, we're coming to Noah.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That's where Zack Sabre Jr. started in Japan.
Right, yeah.
Same with.
Well, because he's Suzuki-gun. Because Suzuki-gun started in Noah.
Even before that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, even with Nichols and Haste, they were TMDK. They were the tag team known as the Mighty Don't Kneel.
Oh, okay.
I think they were GHC tag champs.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's before they signed to NXT all those fucking years ago.
Oh, good. So we'll get Zack Sabre Jr. versus Ogawa for a couple matches. Wonderful.
Ew. Next, I did watch the tag team of Axis. Which is Go Shiozaki and Nakajima.
Yes.
Going up against Satoshi Kojima and Hakoto Omori, who is from All Japan. He is billed as like, I think he was an MMA fighter. And they're like, yeah, this guy needs to calm the fuck down a little bit. Obviously, Axis wins. Man, I love Kojima.
Yeah.
He's so cool.
Did you see the backstage thing with Kojima and who the hell was it? Where with Taokia from All Japan this week? Because Taokia came back for like a match or whatever, and they did a backstage thing, and Taokia walks in and Kojima goes, "Long time." And he's like, yeah, it's been 4 years, long time, right? He's like, very long time. And they like cut a little promo about how good it was to see each other. It was very funny.
At one point in this match, Kojima and Go Shiozaki just have each other in the corner, just machine gun.
Yeah,
oh,
that's cool.
God damn, it was so good. Next I watched was Team All Japan, which was Yuji Nagata, Suwama, and Yuma Anzai.
Yes.
Going up against LIJ, which was Tetsuya Naito, Shingo Takagi, and Bushi. Team All Japan won here.
Well, I mean, it's a Triple Crown champion over there. So.
Yeah, Yuji looked awesome. Dude, Suwama's a mean motherfucker.
Yeah, Suwama's really good. Suwama's been there forever.
I always forget how mean he is. Yeah. Shingo kept yelling at Yuma Anzai. He goes, "We're in Sumo Hall. Bring it!" Like, and they fucking brought it. So that was a fun match. Yoda Tsuji sat on the outside in the aisleway. And when the match ended, he just scooped Bushi up over his shoulder and walked out with him. Next, I watched, this was like a junior showcase. It was Amakusa, Atsugi Aogi, and Hiromu Takahashi. Going up against Hayata, Master Wato.
Oh, Jesus.
Still carrying around his Best of the Super Juniors trophy and flag.
Okay.
And Rising Hayato.
Okay.
Which we watched the Rising Hayato match from All Japan. I said Ed would love this boy.
Uh-huh.
So this was another one, like, didn't go super long.
Yeah.
It's a juniors match. It's fucking crazy. Amakusa, Aogi, and Hiromu win. Poor Amakusa doesn't have a title to raise at the end with Aogi and Hiromu, and he's real sad about it.
Yeah.
Match was real good, though, man. Rising Hayato is catching on with the fans pretty quickly. He's young. I think they said he's only like 24, 25. Okay. So he caught on. He's an All Japan guy. I liked that it was a junior from each company, so that made me happy. Main event.
Yes.
Like, when this was announced, I'm going, oh, man, someone's going to die. Because you have Kazuchika Okada, Kenoa, and Yuma Aogi.
Yes.
Against Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Very weird to see Tana across the ring from Okada in this setting.
Well, keep in mind, they're, like, outside of them being, like, friendly now.
And current six-man.
They have, like, a hatred rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
Kaito Kiyomiya.
Yes.
And Kento Miyahara.
Yes.
Brother. Can we talk about Kento Miyahara for a second?
Sure.
That motherfucker got a pop.
Yeah.
When he came
popular
out.
Dude.
That crowd loves him. Man. I'm like, he's one of the guys I wish would not be in All Japan, but I'm kind of happy he's in All Japan.
Yeah.
This match is just like a lot of hatred going on.
Right. Well,
here.
This match opens up with Kaito Kiyomiya trying to look tough in front of God.
He's trying to step him.
And it don't work. And he pays for it.
Dude.
Later on.
Okada in this match is such a motherfucker.
Right. This is a continuation. We've talked about it here. It's been going on since
Wrestle Kingdom.
Where Okada has just at every turn punked out Kiyomiya, who at one point was Noah champion, and Okada was like, "Get the fuck away from me, you loser."
Yeah.
And Kiyomiya tried to get cute with him and kicked him in the face a couple months back and paid the fucking price. And he tries to act tough here.
Well, then they had that 101 where Okada fucking steamrolls
him. So like this is, and then like he got beat so bad that he had to bow out of accompanying Muto to his Hall of Fame induction. And so Okada's wrestling this match then, and he's like taunting, and Kiyomiya is like, "Tag me in, let's go," and Okada's like, "Nah, I ain't letting him." And then he tags him in, and Okada just backpedals, tags out, and leaves.
How crazy was that?
And like Kiyomiya gets fucking mad. But Okada's like yapping, doing the hand yap. You yap like a dog.
Yep.
It's all you do is yap. Crazy. Craziness.
Well, and then at one point, Okada like sneaks back in the ring and starts beating him up from behind.
Right.
Which
well, he
crazy.
goes after Okada anyway at one point.
Well, yeah, on the outside. Kiyomiya starts beating the shit out of Okada.
Right. And that was, I was like, that was happening. I was like, this is the best story in wrestling right now.
I loved Kevin Kelly on commentary. He's like, guys, you know what happened back in January? We got to get this shit handled quick.
Right. We got to have a match. Right.
Like, come on.
Yep.
Yeah. I love Grumpy Okada.
Yeah. He throws Kaito Kiyomiya into the crowd. Yeah. Like he holds him and makes everyone move, and Kevin Kelly's like, "Those weren't the cheap seats."
No. Yeah, that was a good line.
He throws him into the crowd and just walks away.
Yeah.
He doesn't even give him like, he's embarrassing him more. Like he's not even beating him down when he's outside. He just makes him look like a bitch and walks away. It's incredible.
I loved Kenoa and Okada like kind of starting to go at each other, and Aogi's in the middle like, guys, stop. Please stop. Yeah, though, man, this match was fucking awesome.
It was really good.
A lot of star power. Miyahara laying out Okada with that one knee strike was gross.
That was the Tana ducking the Rainmaker, like the Tanahashi ducking a Rainmaker right into the knee strike was awesome.
Yeah.
I said this earlier, I was going to bring this up. There was a point in the match where all through were Tanahashi, Kiyomiya, and Miyahara were in the ring. And I think I don't know who it was they threw off, but they did a triple leapfrog.
Yeah.
And Tana got like 3 inches off the fucking ground. Like the leapfrog was, the guy held the rope so he wasn't coming back, and they all know that. But Tana barely got off that mat.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I love you, Tanahashi, man. And, like, you have a big fucking schedule. Like, how's he going to get through? We said this last year about him. How's he going to make it through this fucking G1 schedule? I don't understand.
Yeah.
But, like, he either needs time off to get those knees right.
At this point, I don't think he can.
I don't know. Yeah.
I just don't.
Well, that's the thing. Like, by time off, I mean, like, probably a year in recovery.
Yeah, which you can't go that long.
But, like,
him.
you know, he can't possibly keep up a workout regimen. Like, he just...
Yeah, I mean...
They do not look good.
I'm not going to...
And I love him, and he's still... When he's in there, and 5 to 10 minutes into the match, they stop hurting him, the adrenaline kicks in, and he looks fine.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have the spring in his step at all.
No.
And that's tough.
I'm not going to be like Ed and say he's fat and washed.
Yeah.
Because he can still turn it on.
Right,
you
absolutely.
know? But he's slowing down. You know, and I love him so much, but...
Right. What did we say, 22 G1s in a row or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah, though, you know, like last week when I said, man, that 6-man tag on Dominion was like maybe one of the best 6-mans I ever saw. This is close.
This was really good too. Not as good, but this
it's
was
not as
good.
But man, it's fucking awesome.
This was really good.
I love this. So.
Yeah, they all the star power all flowed really well.
And everybody got their shine.
I liked the part where Okada and Keno, like, they did something together, and Keno put his fist up to fist bump, and Yogi like scrambled up to the top rope and hit an elbow drop because he was just so excited.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, he was just so excited to be on a team with these guys. He's like, look what I did, guys.
Yeah.
It was just really funny.
It was cool, like, at the end, everybody's in the ring together, all the confetti and stuff, and streamers. So,
and it's a charity event. It's what it is.
Yeah,
right.
it's cool, though, man.
Tana takes the pin. From Rainmaker.
Tana took the pin.
Yep.
Yeah, man, I thought that it was a fun show
Yeah,
enough.
for sure.
You know, again, it's one of those, like that All-Star Junior Festival earlier this year, like, you come into it with, hey, this is what we're getting. It's a celebration.
Right.
You know?
It's supposed to be fun, more matchups you're not going to see maybe ever again.
In the main event, they, like, intertwine storyline into, and like you said, it's probably the best story.
It's probably the best. In
Japanese wrestling.
For sure. It's
like,
so much fun.
It's incredible.
I think it's, like, sadly for IWGP champions, and I love Sonata, but, like, whatever Okada's doing is what this company is focused on.
Of course. How could you not?
Because he's God. He,
like Ed says, it's Okada.
Yeah. So, like, him and Kiyomiya did just, this story is so good.
Yeah.
The Kiyomiya trips me up every time. But it's so good. Like, I love Okada so much, but I'm still like, wow, when's he gonna get his ass kicked for being like this? He's gonna get humbled.
Happen.
It has to happen.
Kiyomiya's got to flip a switch.
Yep.
And he just has to beat the shit out of him.
Like, this is a guy who was Noah champion, and part of the storyline was like he got punked out so bad that he ain't champion no more.
No.
Like,
Jake Lee took over.
Yeah. So
it has to happen.
Yeah. Was Jake Lee even on this show?
Yeah, he was in the match. I didn't watch
okay.
though. All right, so what was your favorite domestic and your favorite international?
Oh, shit. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I'm going to go, just because it was fun, I'm going to go Mogul Embassy versus Orange Cassidy and the Stinger, just to watch OC and Sting team up.
That was a good team.
Is MJF Adam Cole a better match? Yeah, probably. But, like,
this is just your favorite.
I just so lukewarm on those guys. I can't get into it. So that's what I'm hitting there domestically. And internationally, that's 6-man. That's just what it is.
Cool.
It's the best match. The handicap match is very close.
It's very good.
Very close. It's very good. But that 6-man is international.
Yeah. So for me, same on international. 6-man's incredible. 2 weeks in a row going with a 6-man for international. And then, domestic. Alex Shelley, Steve Macklin.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
Forgot to watch it.
Go out of your way to watch it.
Yeah.
Just for the fact that if you are a fan of Alex Shelley,
right,
to see that him finally win like a world title. I know it's Impact, whatever, but so much history he has there,
right.
you know.
Yep.
See him win that world title means a lot to a lot of people, I feel. So it was just such a cool moment, and like I said, probably the best moment that company will have all year. So, before we get out of here, did you buy anything?
Did I buy anything? Yes, I bought a trench coat for my Paul Heyman.
I bought a trench coat
for my Paul Heyman action figure, so I can make a as true as possible ECW Paul. Even though his hair won't be in a ponytail, it's close enough.
The old Paulie Dangerous.
Yes.
All right. So I made a purchase.
Okay. You teased this to me earlier.
I did, because you have had a physical media influence on me lately.
Yes.
There was a man in the major group selling a bunch of DVDs.
Oh, I almost bought these for you and was going to hold them for your birthday.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, you beat me to it.
Yes, so I bought 8 old Ring of Honor DVDs.
You bought 8 of them? I was
did.
going to buy the punk, like the punk ones, and hold them for your birthday.
So I bought Best of CM Punk Volumes 1 through 3. Punk the Final Chapter. Even though I own it, but I wanted the ROH release.
Sure.
I bought Death Before Dishonor 1, which has the Punk Raven dog collar match on it.
Right.
And I bought Death Before Dishonor 3, which is Punk Aries, where he cuts the promo at the end, like, you stupid old man.
Yeah. Is that the one from, like, Edison, New Jersey?
That is from Morristown, New Jersey.
Oh, Morristown, okay.
And then Death Before Dishonor, the first one's from Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Elizabeth.
I bought Rising Above 2008
Okay.
from Chicago Ridge, because that's one of the Danielson-Nigel matches.
Okay.
And I bought Glory by Honor 8, because that is the final Nigel Danielson match from New York City.
Okay.
So,
cool.
you know, I have a bunch of Ring of Honor on DVD. You know, listening to, like, Tim talk about, like, his Ring of Honor DVD collection that he has or used to have, whatever. And then I saw these, and dude gave me a good deal, because I bought 8 of them. And he's like, he goes, we'll do 60 for them.
Nice. He was doing, what, 2 for $20, right?
Yeah. So I was like, all right, I'm fine with that, you know.
Right. Yeah, it's a good deal.
Works for me, less than $10. So, yeah, that's what I bought. So,
nice.
You know, I just, I've been on, like, a weird old Ring of Honor kick again. So, I love it. So, that's all I bought.
All right. That's it.
That's all I got.
My Andre's in. That's it.
Yeah. Hey, if you're listening to this before, like, 6 p.m. tomorrow, or today, I should say.
As it were.
Yeah, today.
Friday.
LVAC. Let's hang out. Sokals down in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Walk-ups only. If you want to get there early.
Right.
For your chance to get in.
Yes.
You know, if you see us, come say hello.
Yes.
If you don't see us, hey, what's up? We were there.
Yes, we were.
So that's going to be a good time. Got to see a lot of good faces.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Saturday, Gummy Boar, one of our favorite tag teams, they're going to be at Enjoy Wrestling out in Pittsburgh.
Is that Saturday?
That's Saturday. Wow. Yeah. So I think that's, if you're out that side of the state, go and support.
Nice.
Tickets are still available.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think AIW has a show that day too.
Okay.
Busy fucking weekend.
Wow, yeah.
So, but yeah, that's all I got.
Erica Lee, the girl who does the beaver impression.
Dude, that, oh God, that's amazing. Oh, Erica. Yep. What a poo-poo pee-pee.
Poo-poo pee-pee.
That's it, though. That's all I got, brother.
Well, let's get out of here, then. Thanks for listening, everybody. This has been We Need Wrestling. You can find us online at We Need Wrestling on social media, WeNeedWrestling.com. You can email the show at WeNeedWrestling@gmail.com. We're a proud member of the soon-to-be-named network at STBN Network on Twitter, soon-to-be-named-network.com, soon-to-be-named-network.podbean.com. Proud home of many other shows. Our other show, Wings on Wings, which drops every Tuesday, where we eat hot wings and watch 90s sitcom Wings.
And die.
This episode coming up that will be published this Tuesday, after this episode is up, we die. So, and then we died, and we also died the day after. So, listen to that one. God. That is us with frequent guest of the show, Michelle, and infrequent guest of the show, Doug. At Odds with Wrestling, Longbox Heroes After Dark, Final Wrestling Place. You listen to old episodes of Hit My Music and No Chance in Helmet. Listen to Puzzle Warriors 3 and Profane Argument and whatever else is up and down and all around there. Hayabusa is going to have a third episode, I guess, at some point.
Eventually.
I don't know. Ed thinks a lot of people are boring who aren't, so we're beefing. But that's it. We'll be back next week. Thanks for listening. And
Can I hit you with something and you can just end the show angry?
Yes.
So for some reason this fucking Busted Open show pops up on my feed all the time. I don't follow them.
Okay. Is that Bully Ray?
Yeah.
They're doing Busted Open After Dark, right?
Well, no, this is I guess on their normal show.
Oh.
They said the chemistry between MJF and Adam Cole is a Steamboat Flair-esque rivalry. Goodbye, everyone. Have a nice week.
Yep.
Wrestling.
You're listening to the soon-to-be named network, the Lamborghini of podcast networks.
Knock it off, nerds!